Heyo, heyo, heyo. All right, come on. Yeah, we're gonna do the broadcast. Much to the chagrin of some, and to the delight of others, we're here for another one. Which is weird, because, I mean, if you don't really want to listen to the broadcast, like, you don't have to tune in. But some of you just, you kind of can't help yourself. You just tune in anyway, seemingly against your desires, against your wants and needs. Almost like I'm forcing you to be here. It's weird. It's like, as far as I know, the Z show's not compulsory. There's really nothing forcing you to be here. And some of you come here and you act like you kind of act like grade schoolers. Like you're in class begrudgingly. Mm, Here's a hint. No one told you had to be here. All right, it's like in the movie Breakfast Club. I'm sure a lot of us have seen the movie Breakfast Club, judging by the median age of my listeners, which has gone up since our friend Anon P. Bobby has showed up. I think he skewed the uh, the average age of my listener up like 2.5 years. But either way, judging by all you guys and dolls, you've seen the movie Breakfast Club, which is basically like a bunch of kids sitting around for a Saturday detention. And you find out at the end of the movie that one of the kids wasn't even supposed to be there. They just didn't have anything to do, anything else better to do, so they just showed up at detention. I think it was the Ali Sheedy character. That's the name of the actress, the brunette. I think it was her. Might have been one of the other ones, but that's how some of you guys are here. Like, this isn't Saturday detention. You don't have to be here. You guys realize that, right? Maybe some of you don't. Which is such a weird phenomenon in these in this metaverse. Is that phenomenon? Like, yeah, people are hopelessly addicted to either the medium, a channel, maybe even one of these content creators like myself. And I don't like the word content either. Any word that has con in it as the I guess that would be the preposition. Well, we might want to think about. But either way, it's a strange phenomenon to me. This isn't Breakfast Club. You don't have to be Ali Sheedy. You get it? You're here of your own free will and volition, listening to myself. I don't know how some of you guys, don't you get it? Where's Tommy? Don't you guys get it? This isn't compulsory. It's very strange. Like all you people, like Spear Taco yesterday. I do 3 shows in a row where we just pretty much destroy the globe and tell you why Earth shapes actually matter. And you still, just after all of it, you sit here and listen to the whole show, and on the way out, you have to comment, "Oh, Z, you can't prove your flat Earth theory," which I don't even know where to begin to tell you how flawed your statement is. It's not a theory. It's not my theory. The globe's the theory. But that being said, it's very strange. Strange phenomena. Why? Because all your metaversal friends are here? Because you see certain people here in the chat? You feel like you're entitled to the show, to the chat? Very strange. Such a weird entitlement attitude that we see across this whole society in this cult of culture. This behavior that just reeks of entitlement, narcissism, and solipsism. You don't own every little thing. You're not entitled to every little thing. It's Very strange. It's extremely strange to me. Like, I don't get it. And I know some of you are bots. Like, I can see either bots or whether you're paid trolls or just in some other way. I mean, I get that. That part to me is more understandable. Still blows my mind that little old Z show over here in the deep dark recesses of YouTube would attract, you know, paid agents, bots or otherwise. That's kind of crazy to me, but I can understand that a bit. But you real people who show up with this attitude, it fucking blows my mind. And I'm forever fascinated by it. And more, I'm just trying to observe it. Um, this whole YouTube experience is probably a lesson for me more than anybody. Just it's a lesson in being able to participate in a particular endeavor, but the practice of not losing oneself in the endeavor, and building and maintaining boundaries through a process. Still blows me away. It really does. But either way, we have a show to do. It's Thursday. All hail Thor. Thor the Mighty. Let's fire the show up. Let's do the opening and let's get going. All right, everybody. Let's do the show. Let's open the show. Good morning, everybody. Grand Rising and Grand Approach, and welcome back to the show that never ends. The show called Z Show. And I'm your host, Z. See how it works? It's a show about me. That's right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome as we broadcast live and in living color all around the level horizontal realm that we call Earth. Earth realm. Yes. Earth. It's just Earth. It's not planet Earth. This is going to be hard for some of you guys to conceptualize. Because you're just so used to hearing planet Earth. It's been so ingrained in you. Oh, I live on planet Earth. Like the other planets. No, guys. It's just Earth. This isn't a theory. This is just objective reality. It's just Earth. It's not planet Earth. What does where you live have to do with those lights in the sky? Who told you that they're analogous? How did you form that belief? Because it's a belief. Because it's not supported by any objective reality. So therefore, it's just a belief system. Who told you you live on a planet? Who's here? Let's see who's here. All you lovely listeners and you bots. Because I'm going to go through the chat, and there's going to be people here who are going to prove exactly what I just rambled about for the last 10 minutes. But anyway, let's get going. Music holds the secret. Checking in, usually pretty early in the stream, with an Elton John quote. There's a non-Bobby in the house. Much love, much love. Capricorni checking in. Huddy Divine Spirit 313. Apparently she's not taking a day off today. There she is. Nuba. Much love, much love. He said grand past dinner. That's right. Nuba's in Aussie. It's nighttime there. Much love. Why are people saying no sound? Can you guys hear me? Hold on. Yeah. All right. Interesting. All right. So you guys are hearing me. Early on, you guys were saying no sound in the chat. Maybe there was no intro music. Oh, there's not. No wonder. There was no intro music. But you could hear me now. Hey, what can I say? They say everything happens for a reason. I thought something was up. Because my numbers are usually steady. Which is weird, which is another thing about YouTube, is like the numbers are like too predictable in this whole game. And that's just not with me, that's with other channels. Like it's just too predictable. Like I see it on other channels too. It's like, like somebody goes live, you're gonna see certain amount of listeners in the first 5 minutes, and then as the show grows, you're gonna see it peak out. And I get it, there's commonalities and things, but the numbers are just fishy on this thing. So yeah, sorry, no intro music today. Thanks for letting me know. Oh, who else is here? I'm all messed up now. Braxton, much love, Braxton. Braxton's up early this morning. Benowitz is here. Let me know there's no sound. See how these bots, they're getting completely advanced? Benowitz bot even though there's no sound. B Warrior 238. Unindoctrinated in the house. Oh, B Warrior is Bobby. He's the Bobby Warrior. Benowitz says, I need my Z. Benowitz, you are a fucking character. Bot or not, dude. Nobody knows what the fuck you're up to, man. Like Heidi says, you are ridiculous. Nobody would show up here every morning like you do, bro. You're suspect. Nuba offering his technical services to me again. Robot Saturn in the house. I'm going to try not to be fixated on you again, Benowitz. Because nobody ever knows what you're talking about. You're highly suspect. It creeps me out, guys. Bane Bear in the house. Benowitz says, what agencies are they from? Maybe you could ask that, dude. Then he says, I'm an agent. A real estate agent. That's so weird. Green Man, 76er. Much love, Bizwoofer in the house. Dean says, good night and grand rising, Z Warrior. It's shut-eye time. Dean Kendall, much love. Coming at us from New Zealand. He's 16 hours ahead of us. It's pretty amazing. We get to talk to our friends from all around the level horizontal earth. Oh, what's the case in the house? You're a lovely listener. Right back at you. Angry Rooster says he could hear me just fine. And so does Chris from South Jersey. Yeah, there was no startup music. Right on, guys. Much love, everybody. If I missed you, much love. London McLovin, peace and love to you. Peace and love. Yeah, right on. I don't know, guys. I didn't mean to start the show off going off about the shills, the agents, and the general haters. I'm just still fascinated. It's just fascinating to me still. Even after doing this for so many hours now. Like I said, I understand the bots. But the real people who show up here and kind of behave the way some of you do, it's fascinating. This whole society that we live in now is fascinating to me. It's endlessly fascinating. I'm not sure what to make of it, really. I'm not sure my place in it anymore. I feel like I don't have a place in society. Maybe some of you can relate. It's a different world than I remember. Or maybe I'm different. Either way, something's changed. Very strange. But you know what doesn't change? Is the heavens, the sky. Each morning I go outside. Like this morning, it was glorious. It was grand. The sun was approaching, rising as we call it, and the big old moon was just hanging up there in the sky like it always is. And I guess we're on a waning moon. It's a waning moon. A couple weeks ago, we went over all the different phases of the moon, and I had them all memorized. But I forget what this particular moon is called now. Like when it's like a couple days after the full moon. But either way, man, I was just looking at that moon hanging up in the sky, and I'm like, God, it's the same thing I was talking about yesterday. I'm like, they're telling me that's a certain thing, but everything that I'm experiencing is telling me that whatever they're telling me is impossible. It's just up there. It's just like it's there. I don't really have to know what keeps it there. And then it got me thinking, like, that's one of the things about modern society is they've taken away all the wonder. They've taken away the mystery from our world. And they've told us that they have every little thing defined and figured out. And then we're then somehow supposed to find like the divine within the infinite nothingness, which is a strange mentality. And I see a lot of people going down that road. Like they want to find the concept of God by saying, oh, we live in this vast, infinite universe that we can't possibly understand. There's all these other life forms, because there has to be other life forms, because there's just so many other solar systems and planets. And then they use this concept of this infinite universe to then somehow create a concept of like God in the vastness. It's like, well, God created all this, and even though I'm just a speck of accidental dust, that there's God there. And I'm like, oh shit. They just constructed this model for people. They've created a foundation for people to build their reality upon. And what an example of mind control and heart control is to create a paradigm for people through which they begin to define themselves and by extension their environment. And it's so insidious, and I can't help but see it in everything. It permeates every aspect of our culture. It permeates every aspect of our behaviors, our thoughts. It's endlessly fascinating to me how they were able to define our reality and how the process of indoctrination works, and propaganda and conditioning. Like Spirit Taco's here again, dude. He said, Z, you need some putang. Spirit Taco, I might just block you for a couple days because you're getting on my nerves, dude. You need some poontang. I guarantee you, Spirit Taco, I can get more poontang than probably you, or at least you. I don't need you to tell me I need poontang, as you come here every morning and tell me my theories can't be proven, but you're a defender of truth. I don't have any theories. The heliocentric model is the theory. And just because you're too fucking stupid or ignorant or otherwise to understand what the fuck I'm here saying every morning doesn't concern me, douchebag. I don't want to come down on you, dude, but I might just block you for the day or for a couple days because I'm tired of seeing your dumb statements. As you tell me that you know truth, but I'm espousing and spreading theories that can never be proven because you can never know what the earth is. See? I don't want to get upset, but I'm just in one of those stages in my life where I'm fucking fed up with it. Because it's people like you, Spirit Taco, because you don't seem like you're a bot. You actually seem like a person who's here every morning and just wants to say rote fucking little little rote sayings, dude. You just say the same thing over and over again. Oh, I want truth, Z, and I'm in it for the truth, but you can't ever tell what the earth is. And I keep telling you over and over again that large bodies of water show no convexity whatsoever. So how's it a globe? And you don't even fucking listen to what I'm saying. You just rotely keep saying, I'm going to block you, dude, because I'm that pissed off right now. I'll unblock you maybe in a day or two. I don't even feel like seeing your stupid messages. And I don't mean to be going after you, Spirit Taco, but you're just one that's in front of me right now. And I'm fucking tired of it, dude. I'm not blocking you because you're saying anything wrong. I'm blocking you because I'm tired of hearing your stupid statements. Like I said, I'll unblock you at some point. Where is he? I'm just going to put you in a timeout. How's that? You're in a timeout. You're not blocked. You're just fucking. Put user in timeout. All right. Yeah. Go fuck yourself. How's that? Because at the end of the stream yesterday, I saw Spear Taco's little message pop up. Yo, Z, I'm interested in truth, quote unquote, Spear Taco, but your theories can't be proven, Z. Sorry. Fucking idiot. I'm just fed up with it, if you want to know the truth, guys. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like everything's fine. Because I go out this morning, I look at the sky, and I instinctively, intrinsically know that they're lying about the fucking heavens. And none of you fucking care. And you want to come here every morning and tell me Z keeps talking about shapes. And what's the fucking matter? And Howard's talking about the shape of the earth going to give us rights and freedoms. I'm tired of it. You should be embarrassed of yourself, Spear Taco. I don't even block Benowitz. It's because I have no respect for Benowitz, so I have no need to block him. And Spear Taco, I don't know who you are, but if I sit here for fucking hours and hours on end and explain something to you, you don't even listen, and you just say your same stupid statement that all you dumb fucks keep saying over and over again. Fucking joke. No. Your theories can't be proven. You can never tell what the earth is. You're right, I might not be able to tell what the earth is, but I can tell you what it's not. And I'm tired of you fucking people coming here pretending like you know something. Either shut the fuck up and listen or just don't fucking listen anymore. I'm tired of you fucking idiots. I really am. As you sit here and want to live in a lie, I'm watching children just be enslaved, mind fucked, year after year, generation after generation. I was watching this stupid movie the other night. Sometimes I just watch dumb movies, and it was about the 60s, and they showed this like scene where everybody was sitting around watching the moon landing. It was a bunch of hippies, and they're all watching the moon landing. And they watched stupid, Neil Armstrong when he takes that one giant leap for mankind. And they're all cheering and they're going crazy. This is this achievement, this great achievement in human history. We landed on the moon. And you fucks don't want to give it up because they mind fucked you, you see? They presented this crowning achievement in human history that was a complete made up and fabricated farce. And you guys all just can't let go of it. You want to hang on to it because you realize what it means to let go of that idea that we landed on the moon in 1969. You realize what that actually means. Fucking idiots. But you, the ones that come here every morning and say the same things over and over again, I don't know what to do with you people. It fucking blows my mind. It's completely irrational. You understand your behavior, guys, right? I'm just tired of it. I really am. I'm pissed off that they lied about the heavens. Oh, Z, what do you know? It's just, oh, you're paranoid. Maybe it really just is what they're saying. Maybe it is a bunch of rocks in a vacuum of space, just all fucking orbiting around each other and shit because of the bending and warping of space time. Maybe it really is, and just Z's just all fucked up. No, I'm not all fucked up. I just see something that you don't see. But you're gonna come here every morning and tell me I'm the fucked up one. Unbelievable. All right. I had to get that out of my system because it's too much for me. Because the sky was just beautiful this morning with the sun coming up and the moon, and I'm looking at it, and every fiber of my being knows that they're fucking lying about it. But I gotta come here and be fucking shadow banned. I gotta be the fuck out of here. Who's here? Let me try to switch up this fucking energy because just because. Felix McLean, much love. Mr. Miyagi, another fucking clown. Mr. Miyagi, you're getting put in timeout too, just because I'm tired of seeing your stupid face. Dumb fuck. Mr. Miyagi's in timeout just for looking like a dumb fuck. How's that? Who else is here? David Harper, much love, much love. Jay Heighton in the house. Svetlana. She says vibration of water has changed a lot. Much love, Svetlana. Ruled by Saturn in the house. Green Man coming at us. Says Joe Rogan was a moon landing denier. They changed his tune. Yeah, man. And Dr. I needed in the house. Mine humped. Braxton says we've been mine humped. Mr. Miyagi said, did someone pee in Z's Fruit Loops again? All you Mandela Effect people, notice how Mr. Miyagi spelled Fruit Loops. He spelled it F-R-U-I-T, which is interesting because that apparently never existed. In this reality, it's always been F-R-O-O-T. So you might want to check on that, Mr. Miyagi. Just saying. Here he goes, Benowitz. Why not show some respect to someone who has a large swath of properties in their real estate portfolio, especially one that lives in Kansas and is half Lithuanian, half Turkish? He's a fucking bot. It's just, I'm losing my mind this morning, man. I'm losing my mind with this whole experience here. What a fucked up place. I like to see somebody do what I come on here and do, what Paul Enslaved does, what London Man does, what OTW does. Go ahead. I want you guys to do it. Start up your own broadcast and come on here and do what we're doing. See how it changes your life. Fucking pathetic, man. Yeah. On Doctrine, it says, Z, give him Saturday's detention. Right. I'm going to change the name of my show to The Breakfast Club, which I think there's already a show at a New York radio show called The Breakfast Club. Because it's a bunch of people that are pretending like they have to be here, like they're forced to fucking be here. NJ Jeep Girl, much love, much love. Heidi says he's trying to knock off your crown, Z. What it is, Heidi, it's that it's people who are inauthentic, insincere, dishonorable, amoral, unethical, and unprincipled. That's what I see from people these days. There's no honor anymore. It's a complete mindfuck from the top down. I don't care how many people I don't care how many you think I'm crazy. I really don't care. Unbelievable. Yeah, the Z Breakfast Club. Benowitz says, "Oh, Svetlana's here. Oh, perfect. The only person more anti-Semitic than Z." Oh God, he's got to be a bot, man. It freaks me out because nobody. This Benowitz guy. All right, let's get this Benowitz story out of the way. Who's here every fucking morning? Apparently, he lives in Kansas. That's either 1 or 2 hours behind me. Probably two. So are we to believe that this Benowitz guy, who's a complete fucking normie, wakes up each morning at 4 a.m., turns Z on, and just comes here to participate with chat, and I'm supposed to believe he's not a fucking bot or a paid agent? So I'm a guy coming here, streaming in the dark every morning on a YouTube channel that's basically I have a little over 1,000 listeners, and they're either going to send bots after me or fucking paid agents. What does that fucking tell you? I'm fucking tired of it, man. It's not that I care about what he says. It's because I'm seeing the whole system play out. He says it's 5:55, Einstein. Okay, so I said you're either an hour or two behind me, douchebag. So what did I say that was wrong? Fucking idiot. The reason I don't block people like Benowitz, Mr. Ruled by Saturn, is because I want to see what they're sending at me. I want to see how many Benowitz bots and agents they're going to fucking send to my channel. Here comes Spirit Taco. Bullcrap Z, I started to give you criticism and perspective of a normie and you flip out. Oh, really, Spirit Taco? You never come up and use your voice. You just sit there and chat saying that you value truth, but I'm somehow deluded because there's no way to know what the earth is. When I'm calling out the biggest lie ever to be perpetrated on humanity in the fucking history of anything, and I get idiots like you who are going to come on here and fucking make your stupid fucking comments. Guess what? You're going to get put in timeout again for making another stupid comment. Now you're in timeout again, fuckface. I'll just come in and scream at the fucking audience for the next 2.5 hours, 2 hours, whatever the show is. Because I'm actually that fed up with it. Because it's insane to me. It's insane to me. It's not just me. Like I said, it's anybody on here doing this. Whether it's Zetetic Warrior, Paul Enslaved, London McLovin, OTW News, even Ian from We Are Awake. Anybody who's on here trying to do this, go ahead. You try to do it. You experience it. See the things that you learn, the things that you see through this process. You try to open your mouth and speak some semblance of truth, and you watch all the forces of nature and all the forces of this fucked up trickster shifty reality come against you. It's hilarious. Heidi says, Z, you were having a peaceful connection to the heavens. Don't let the demons distract you. Yeah, Heidi. Like I was just looking at the sky this morning and You're right, it was a peaceful connection, but there's that part of me. There's something in me that has to come on and tell people my thoughts. And as I'm looking at the heavens, and you're right, they're peaceful and beautiful and unchanging. But the thought's always in the back of my head. They stole this from humanity. The wonder and the glory through which I'm interpreting the heavens and the mystery was stolen from me for most of my life. And it's stolen from every other person on this earth by these fuck faces. And I'm not going to sit here and stand by it anymore. That's why I do this anymore. I don't care if you want me to talk about something else. I'm not going to keep my mouth shut anymore. And if I'm the guy that has to come on here every morning for years on end and do this, I'll fucking do it. I don't care if I get 1 or 2 people listening to me each week extra. I don't care if it takes me fucking 10 years. Maybe other people will start fucking speaking up. They literally stole the glory and the mystery of this reality from it. And everybody just wants to just go along to get along. Let me ask you, is your life so sweet? Is your earthly life so sweet that you will sell out and sacrifice your eternal soul for this fucking shit fucking world? This world of shit and decay? We live in a world of entropy, guys. Things aren't evolving into a more complex system. There's certain laws in physics. One of them is entropy. This realm appears to be fallen. What am I holding on to in this world of decay? I'm tired of it. So I'm supposed to let a bunch of deceptive tricksters steal the wonder and the glory of the heavens from me for almost my whole life, and I'm supposed to be okay with it? You're stealing the glory of the heavens from humanity or mankind, and everybody's just supposed to go along with it. And then I come on here and try to talk about it, and my so-called compatriots want to fucking turn against me. It's hilarious. We'll come on here and rip each other apart. It's a fucking joke. T. Warrenek says, I believe this is some sort of hell realm. Well, whatever realm this is, we're being lied to about it. Look, if you don't see it or you don't want to see it, that's not my problem. But I'm not going to shut up about it. Hey, if I stop doing this, or if they take my channel away, I'm still going to talk about it. You guys understand that, right? I'm still going to keep talking about this, whether it's here or somewhere else. Because sometimes I wonder, why am I fucking doing this? Why do I got to be the guy who comes on here and do this? For what? What is it about me that's sticking my neck out to do this? Heidi says, you heard your calling, Z. Heidi, I just don't know what else to do at this point other than speak. Because the last I heard, I'm still allowed to speak in America, the United States. Is it the United States of America or the United States? Look, Spirit Taco, as soon as he comes out, he can't fucking... He says, Heidi is simping on you. Instead, real fuckers like me. Well, here's the difference between you and Heidi, Spear Taco. I've seen Heidi up here. I've heard her voice and I've seen your face. I don't know who the fuck you are, Spear Taco. So you really mean nothing to me. As you come here and say you're a real fucker. Nobody knows what you sound like. Nobody knows what you look like, Spear Taco. You're just some letters in a chat and a fucking icon. So as you want to disparage my other listeners who had the fucking balls to come up here and show you, at least Heidi comes up here and lends her voice to the conversation and shows herself, fuckface. And she's a woman, douchebag. Dumb fuck. They stole the glory and the mystery of life from you. They gave you a science that is false. I'll fucking come on here every day and talk about the same shit. I don't care if my numbers go up or my numbers go down. I don't care if I ever make a fucking penny from this endeavor. I'm gonna fucking come on here and just talk about what I want to fucking talk about. They stole the glory and the mystery from you, and you all just want to sit and fucking go along to get along. Unfucking believable. It still blows my mind. It still blows my mind. What a trick. Like there's certain people, I'm gonna ban you until you come up on because if you're so interested in my show, like Spear Taco and these others, it's not like Spear Taco, it's not like I'm going after you specifically. Your comment is the one that just stuck out to me yesterday, so I'm just using you as an example. But there's certain people, I'm just gonna ban you until you come up and speak to me. Because then otherwise you're just a fucking shill or a bot. I don't have anybody banned right now, by the way. So if your comments aren't popping up in my chat, that's not my fault. Maybe you need to look at your comments because YouTube's probably censoring them right off the fucking bat. Dave Harper says, Flat Earth brought back the wonder for me. That's my point, Dave Harper, is that once you can see through the deception, once you can see through that particular lie, the globe lie, the heliocentric lie, once you see through the lie, you're able to look at this reality with fresh eyes. And like you said, it brings back the wonder. And that's why I'm passionate about this topic. Because they stole the wonder and the glory from mankind. And you know what that really means, David Harper? Is they stole God. Guys, they lied to you about the cosmology, about the science, about the history. They lied to you because they stole God from you. Oh, see, God's Godin, God's Odin. No, I mean God as a concept. They stole divinity from you. They took a realm that is magical and that is divine, and they fucking stole it from you through tricks and deception. I'm not just a fucking kook on here who's espousing weird, stupid theories. I'm telling you that the science they presented you, the cosmology they presented you, the history they presented you, and all the religions they presented you are fucking made up and fabricated. And you fucks want to play reindeer games with me. Go ahead, keep making fun of me. A lot of you making fun of me are just jealous. I don't have to mention anybody by name. Timmy Carini says, well, look at the bright side. Now we get to discover what it actually is. That's a gift. Great point, Timmy. Great point. Wonderful point. So as they stole from you the divine, they removed from your consciousness any idea of your own divinity. That's what they stole from you. And as what? As men, we're supposed to sit here and let this continue? Despotic tyranny over our minds? I said it before, I'll say it again. The worst prison you could ever be in is the prison that you create for yourself. A mental prison. A prison for your consciousness. There's no prison worse than that. It could be said that some of the freest men and women that ever existed lived in earthly bondage, whether it was in a jail cell, fucking cage, or abject slavery. Freedom is a choice. Freedom is a spirit. Freedom is a consciousness. It's not a physical state of being, because I see people all around that are supposedly free and they're just completely enslaved. I'm fucking sick of it. Really am. All right, let's play a little music. I think I got that out of my system. Who do I want to play? I know who I want to play. Play Lucky. Lucky Haskins has been dropping a lot of live music. I should have had him queued up already. All right, guys. We'll be back in a few short minutes. No, I didn't have my screen share up. All right, guys. Don't go anywhere. Take it away, Lucky. Lonely Day in Nashville.
I woke up this morning to an empty bed. Your perfume lingered, your voice still in my head. Although your picture still sits on my shelf, my only friend is myself. It's a lonely day in Nashville. It's a lonely day in Tennessee. It's a lonely day here in Nashville. Nothing but the music in me. So I go out walking in the rain. I hit every honky tonk, hoping to dull the pain. Round every corner, Well, I look for your face. I gotta get out of this place. It's a lonely day in Nashville. It's a lonely day in Tennessee. It's a lonely day right here in Nashville. Nothing but the music in me. Once the music gets into your soul, why, there ain't nothing you can do. And this old guitar is sure taking its toll. It even cost me you. Well, sometimes you gotta give up everything to live your dreams. But in this old world, dreams ain't always what they seem. It's a lonely day in Nashville. It's a lonely day in Tennessee. It's a lonely day right here in Nashville. Nothing but the music in me. Nothing but the music in me. Nothing but the music left in me.
All right. Lucky Haskins coming at us. Lonely Day in Nashville. That's, for those of you who don't know, that's my good friend, Lucky Haskins. My big brother. Call him my big brother here. My big brother in truth. And Lucky's got a channel. Maybe I'll drop Lucky's link in if I can find it. Here it is. And you can see the dude's legit. Not only is he a talented artist, but he's a pretty intelligent guy. And he sees through the lies of this realm. He's one of those defenders of truth. So, Lucky Haskins, we honor you. We salute you, Lucky, and we speak your name, good sir. Let me post his link in the chat for everybody. Go check out Lucky. And tell him his little brother Z is thinking about him. Up there in the UP, the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. A lot of you guys know Lucky. You can see. Yeah. Smith W. He said that was beautiful. It was beautiful. All right, let's move on. So, guys, let's I wanted to read you this article. This isn't a science article, #science. This isn't a NASA article. I came across this one this morning and I said, oh shit, I got to read this one. Because I'm seeing what the mainstream media is considering news these days, and the different recommendations that they're feeding the general public, the great unwashed masses. So let's get into it. Pull up my my background music. This article is called, "Does anyone care about COVID vaccine cards anymore?" And just in case YouTube is, Still doing the weird YouTube censorship thing. I'm reading a mainstream media article right out of Yahoo Life. So, YouTube, this is fair use. I'm reading a quote-unquote medical article. So, am I allowed to use medical terms as I read the article? We'll see. Either way, I'm going to read it. This is called, Does anyone care about COVID vaccine cards anymore? Can you dump it? Should you save it? Experts explain what to do with that little card you received after getting vaccinated for COVID-19. Which is weird because I was like thinking about this recently. I was like, oh, what's the status with this? Those cards, how do they have people monitored? Is there like a national registry you can go to? Is it a state thing? What's the deal? Well, apparently we're going to find out. This will be informative, not just for me, but hopefully for you guys too. So let's see what hashtag science is telling us about the COVID vaccine and the boosters and where we stand with it. All right, let's get going. Coronavirus cases are ticking back up in the U.S. Are they? Okay. I guess if you say so, I'll just have to believe you. Let's continue. But experts say it's unlikely we'll return to the era where COVID vaccine cards functioned like IDs to enter restaurants. See a show or board an international flight. Remember those fun days? When you wanted to go into a restaurant, board an international flight, or see a show, you had to have your vaccine cards. So apparently, it's unlikely we'll return to the era. Oh, that's good. Let's continue. So can we finally clean out our wallets and say sayonara to those little white cards? Here's what experts say. Like, even the fact that they say, can we say sayonara? Like, they're just treating this topic like lightheartedly, right? Like, oh, we're just supposed to forget all the carnage and the consequences of the last 3 years. And now we're just going to have a fun little article where we just say, hey, can we say sayonara to those little cards? So clown-like. Let's continue. Do COVID vaccine cards matter? Dr. David Buchholz, Senior Founding Medical Director of Columbia Primary Care and Assistant Professor of Pediatrics at Columbia University. Ooh, he sounds like he's really important, special. Let's really listen to what he has to say. Because, you know, he's the founding medical director at Columbia Primary Care. And he's an assistant professor of pediatrics at Columbia. Ooh. Well, anyway, he tells Yahoo Life that he doesn't think COVID vaccine cards matter anymore. Oh, thanks. Continue. Quote, there's probably a couple of reasons why they don't matter anymore, he says. First of all, no one's ever asking for COVID vaccine cards anymore for entry into any sort of public area. The second piece is COVID-19 is no longer a novel virus. So, starting this fall, I think there's going to be this expectation that everyone gets a booster once a year, just like we do for flu shots. So what I'm seeing now, guys, is this narrative where they're just including the quote-unquote COVID vaccine as, oh, just like all the other vaccines, like the flu shot, which to me is an obvious logical fallacy because it can be considered a false equivalency. Just calling the COVID vaccine just saying that the COVID vaccine is just like any vaccine, like a flu shot, it's just disingenuous and it doesn't follow the facts because we know that it's unlike the typical vaccine or inoculation. It has a completely different pharmacological mechanism of action, right? There's ways in which pharmacology works. There's a certain mechanism of action behind pharmacological treatments. The COVID vaccine is not like, quote unquote, the flu shot. But that's the trick now, is just to say, hey, we've always gotten flu shots, at least in all recent history. So this is just another one. So, hey, you don't need those cards anymore because we've just amalgamized it into the battery of shots that we give everybody, even kids. Let's continue. For those of us who have gotten like 6 shots, 6 shots, guys, anyway, it's probably no longer necessary for presentation to anyone other than maybe your doctor. Oh, great. So now it's just assumed. We've reached a point now where just like, look, if you're just a normal person in society, if you're not one of those weirdos, we're just assuming you got your COVID vaccine and all your boosters. Why do we even need a card anymore? Only idiot conspiracy theorist morons like Synthetic Warrior and his listeners and others, they're only the ones that are like the outsiders. All normal people just know to get it now. Let's continue. Who might still need to show proof of vaccination? But doesn't that mean they're totally irrelevant? Some people, including those who work in healthcare, will still need evidence that they've been vaccinated, right? Like guys like yours truly, who had a profession in healthcare. Continue. There are populations that have to show proof of flu shot each year, and they will likely be the same people that will have to show proof of COVID-19 vaccination. Yep. Which is such a weird situation that's developed now, because if you want to be in healthcare, let's just say you're a young person and you want to, quote unquote, help people through healthcare. You want to be a doctor or a nurse. What they're basically saying is, moving forward, you really can't participate in those professional endeavors without totally submitting to this vaccination program and paradigm. You basically have to be baptized into their medical system to participate in it. It's so insidious. Let's continue. Because I work in healthcare, I have to show evidence that I got the flu shot in order for me to see patients. Same thing has historically applied for COVID-19. Historically? How could something that's been around for 2 years be called historically? The programming is genius. The trickery is next level. Sorry that I can see through it and some of you can't. It's not my fault. Let me continue. People living or working in collective living settings such as college dorms or nursing homes are also likely to be required to show proof of immunization, although policies differ by region, state, city, and even institution. Quote, there still are places that are requiring vaccine mandates. And remember, this is not something peculiar to COVID-19. Again, they're just going to say that this mRNA, quote-unquote, vaccine is just the same as any other inoculation or quote-unquote vaccine. That's the slippery slope there. Anyway, let's continue. For example, children have long been required to have vaccines for all kinds of infectious diseases in order to attend school. Dr. Dean Winslow, professor of medicine and infectious disease specialist at Stanford Healthcare. Notice how they have to put in, the first guy was from, Columbia? Yeah, now this guy's from Stanford. Do you see the appeal to authority? Do you see the appeal to the experts, the appeal to consensus? They're not showing the normies the evidence, the reason, the justification behind this so-called inoculation or immunization. They're just presenting so-called experts who are giving their professional opinion on the subject. You see the trick? Let me continue. Quote, so I think keeping a comprehensive record of your vaccinations is sort of useful for everyone. Right, so useful that probably, the best thing would be to get a chip inserted in you. Maybe your arm, your hand, I don't know, maybe your forehead. Oh, wouldn't that be weird? And on this chip, you can have all your medical records. And it'll benefit you in case you have a medical emergency. Plus, we'll be able to keep track of all your vaccines. So, yeah, it would be useful to have all your, comprehensive medical records on you. And who would want to keep it in their pocket, like, some crumbled up piece of paper, or even on your phone? Wouldn't it be much easier just to kind of have it encoded on a chip? Yeah, that makes sense. Let's continue. For parents, that doesn't necessarily mean you need to hold on to your child's original COVID vaccine card. Your pediatrician can usually provide any proof of vaccine that the school or summer camp might require. Right? They've just blended it in. I wonder how many colleges have just now incorporated the quote-unquote COVID vaccine into their standard vaccination policy and protocol. Oh, it's just like any other vaccine. Come on in, everybody. Have your mRNA just completely transformed. I mean, sure, it might be considered some form of genetic modification on men and women. Sure, we might be altering the genome of the human race moving forward. But we'll just call it a vaccine. It's just like your flu vaccine. It's all the same. It's insane. Let's continue. Quote, children get so many vaccines, particularly in the first 18 months of life, and then they start getting boosted at age 4. And COVID is just one of those many, many vaccines, says Buchholz. In most cases, the COVID-19 vaccine is documented along with all those other vaccines. And so you probably don't need to keep the card in that case because your doctor who probably gave the vaccine has all those immunization records. The trickery is next level. Let's continue. So what should I do with my card? You no longer need to have your vaccine card handy every day, but don't dump it just yet. Oh, great. Quote, I don't think I would ever throw away personal health information just in case. Just like so many records that we keep, we may not look at them for many years. And then we want it for some reason, and we'll wonder why we threw it away. So I would keep it in a safe place. Just like where I keep my social security card and my passport, not throw it away. So keep your card. Just another card, guys. So not only are you registered through the U.S. corporation with your social security card and your passport, well, now you have another card to make sure you're a good little citizen on record. You have your vaccine card. Let's continue. A spokesperson for the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said you should treat your COVID vaccine card like any medical record and give a copy to your primary care provider while keeping one for yourself. Winslow suggests taking a photo of your vaccine card and saving it on your phone as an easy way to keep track of it. Okay, but Z says let's take it one better. Let's just chip everybody. You won't even need a phone. Quote, most of us nowadays have iPhones and other smartphones that make it pretty easy to store data, and that eliminates the need to have a big piece of laminated paper in your wallet, he says. What if I've lost it? If you do lose your COVID vaccine card, Buchholz says don't worry. If you lost yours, I don't think I would be going out to purposely get one, unless you're in a situation where you think you're going to have to show proof, he says. Don't throw it away, but if it's lost, don't necessarily work too hard to get it. Even though the CDC's logo is featured on the COVID vaccine cards, they won't be able to help you to get a new one if you'd like to replace it. Some states have registries that include adult vaccines, but you may have better luck trying closer to home by reaching out to your doctor's office or pharmacy chain, the ones that administer the vaccine. They won't be able to give you another little white card, but they can provide you with some other kind of digital or paper verification. I already see what they're doing, guys, because they're speaking out of both sides of their mouth. So as mainstream media and hashtag science is telling you, well, you don't really need to have your card, but you probably should have it. And if you lose it, it's kind of tough to get the information, but you can get it. They're just setting it up for a fucking digital medical chip. They're presenting it in an ambiguous way on purpose. They're creating purposeful confusion to bring you into the next paradigm. And that's the transhumanist agenda. And here we go. This next sentence says it all. One easy way to get proof, Buchholz says, would be to get boosted with the bivalent shot that comes out this fall. Now we just got to the money shot. Now we got to the climax and the whole reason they put the article. And if you can't see through it, you're just not paying attention. So they're basically saying, you might need the card, you might not, but here's the deal. You're just going to go out and get boosted anyway this fall with the bivalent shot. That's the new one that covers more varieties. And guess what? Once you get that shot, they're going to give you a card, and that's going to cover everything. Let's continue. Quote, just get the booster, and you're considered completely immunized. Wow. He just said it. Quote, you don't have to have, you just have to have evidence of that one shot. But Colt says the most likely place a person will get a COVID shot this fall will either be at a doctor's office, and they always provide an after-visit summary or something that indicates any vaccine you got. Or if you go to a pharmacy, if you ask, they always will give you a record of the vaccine that was just administered. Anyway, there's the article. I don't know. Well, now I know. Maybe you guys were wondering like I did. What do you do with those COVID vaccine cards? I mean, at this point, it's been a couple years. Like you said, I guess some of them are laminated. Whatever time, they probably start to degrade and kind of get, a little worn out, a little worn down. But like he says, no matter, just go get your bivalent booster this fall. And you won't have to worry about it because they're going to give you a new card. And all you need is that boosted card, and that just shows that you're fully V'd up. Interesting. Unbelievable. So that's it, guys. Just go out and get your bivalent booster. Yeah, here we are, guys. We're at that part in history. Hey, guys, you remember all the dystopic movies that they showed you since the beginning of cinema? Even the beginning of novels. 1984, A Brave New World. The dystopic society brought to you by your friendly social engineers. The Fabian Society, Tavistock. Guess what? We're at that part in the story where the dystopic vision that they presented to you has now become a reality. Insanity. Welcome to the world of the insane. What does Morpheus say to Neo? Welcome to the desert of the real. What a weird little quote there. Welcome to the desert of the real, Neo. We're living in the desert of the real. Let's see what you guys are saying in chat. Who's here? Land of the Blind says humans made to be fooled, made to be enslaved to the gods. Welcome to the game, 23. Yeah. Oh, and here Smith W comes in. Says your broadcast would have a lot more weight if you would show images on screen and not play clown music. Hey, Smith W, you keep saying you're going to come up here and you never come up. How's this? Go fuck yourself, Smith W. You just kind of seem like another number counter to me, dude. You just throw up a bunch of numbers. So I don't really need you trying to be my producer, Smith W., who presents poorly each time I see you everywhere. So maybe you'll come up today and present poorly again here. Or maybe you'll do better. I don't know. I don't show images on my screen because I have an auditory broadcast, dude. I want people to be able to listen to. It's not a visual medium that I'm doing here. Idiot. I'm really not interested in what you have to say to me, Smith W. As you count numbers. Shout out to Paul Enslaved with the count numbers, the counting numbers fucking tag on you people. Because he's right. You're just counting numbers. Like you said, the day JFK died, so did the Brave New World, blah, blah, blah. What a fucking weirdo. Maybe you'll come up and talk to me this morning, Smith W. The clown music's for you, douchebag. Mindsets like yours. Fucking moron. Jay Hayden says, I agree. The background music makes the truth sound like a joke. Or I was reading a clownish article about... Oh, I can't. I can't anymore with you people. I really can't. I'm just gonna have to understand that not everybody's on the same intellectual level. Some of you are mental midgets, and I'm just gonna have to deal with it. I'm just gonna have to deal with it. You're right, Heidi. I shouldn't have to. Why am I explaining myself to some of the fucking more sophomoric amongst the group? It still blows my mind. That's why. Fucking morons. How's this, Smith W 6079? You do your show, the Smith W 6079 number counting show, Gematria show, and then you play or don't play any music that you want. How's that? Show any visuals that you want or don't, dude. When you go do your show, you fucking do it the way you want, dumb fuck. Can't even take it, man. The music almost makes truth sound like a joke. Right. Because you're not intelligent enough to read. So I'm reading the clown news to you, so I play clown music, and you're too stupid to fucking understand what's going on. Can somebody help me? Can somebody else please come host the show? Can somebody come up this morning and just host the Z show for me? I just can't anymore. I don't want to stop doing the show. So maybe I'll just bring in somebody else to host it, and we'll just go from there. I fucking can't take it. Seems like Moose is going after some people, calling them retarded and stuff. I don't know. Smith W says, I didn't know this was we are our own gods community. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Unbelievable. I'm just going through the chats right now because it's funny, like as I'm reading my article, there's like a whole nother show going on in chat. Land of the Blind, it says Z, Satan and Lilith run the flesh hive. The worker bee slaves that collect nectar for them to create our own chains to the Xbox Cube. Yeah, I mean, it's again, good point about the god of this world, the god and goddess of this world. Hey, call them Satan and Lilith. Call them what you want. Call them, I don't know, Isis and Osiris. You can call them the names that the Sumerians gave these beings. They're different gods of this world, this fleshly realm. Unbelievable. And this Juju Bear guy's here every morning. You're an obvious shill, dude. You even said you're a troll. He said, I bet this group think nukes are not real, right? Alright, let me drop the link. Maybe Smith W will come talk to me. And continue to show what a mental midget he is. Hey, all you Gematria people, I got news for you. You could just make the numbers mean whatever you want. You understand that, right? You could just create terms, narratives, and equate them to numbers to basically support any conclusion that you want to come up with. Dumb fucks. Yeah. I got some people here. Oh. Who's here? See you guys filling in. It's one of those mornings, I could just tell it is. Let me bring up my first guest. Let me get her theme music going. Listen up, Benowitz. You're gonna like this next segment. Benowitz bot. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's Wagner. That's right. Kill the rabbit, kill the rabbit, kill the rabbit. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, now Jay Heighton gets it. Says, oh, clown music for clown news. Now I know. Oh, interesting. Smith W says, I'm not sitting backstage. Well, which one are you, Smith W? How am I supposed to know which one you are, dumb fuck? Are you even backstage? I can't take you people. I can't take you people this morning. Why do I do this? Heidi, why do I do this every morning? Why am I doing this? Can somebody explain to me why I sit here each morning? Oh, there he is. So why do you call yourself Moose Knuckle, fuckface? Hold on, let me kill Svetlana's music. Because I was going to let Svetlana up. Now I got to let this fuck up. Smith, what's your problem, dude? Why are you so insane and dumb? Hello? Smith W, can you hear me? Because we can't hear you, good sir. There's no audio coming from you. Hello? Hello? Oh, now he's gone. Weird. The dude never has a problem getting up on anybody else's stream ever. But now all of a sudden he has a problem coming up here. Let's let Svetlana up. Hi, Svetlana. Welcome back to the stream.
Hi, Z. I'm not very often on your shows because for me it starts from at 3 a.m. and it ends at 6, so I have to be like literally waking up at night. You know.
I know, it's very early. It's very early in your world, Svetlana. But I appreciate you being here. What's on your mind this morning, Svetlana? What's on your heart?
I actually have very important information, and the first time I experienced that phenomena 4 months ago, when I went to Vegas, Nevada, on high desert. I was on the 16th floor in a hotel, and when I passed it, I saw water doing this sonic vibrations. When you introduce certain frequencies like 25 hertz and up, it's create patterns in the water.
So hold on a
Basically,
second.
infrasound
Hold
creates
on.
patterns.
I want my audience to be able to follow you, Svetlana. So you're saying you were somewhere in Vegas and you were on an upper level floor of a building and you saw water responding to frequency? Which water? What are we talking about here?
Just the regular water from the faucet in the hotel room. And when I was in the bathtub, I could hear water vibrating, like it would sound inside the water, like when you put your ears in the water while you're in bathtub. I could actually hear that. Plus, first day that I was there, I was feeling like I'm under mini earthquake, like about 2.5 or stuff like that for whole day. And in one day, basically my body adjusted and I did not feel vibrations anymore. So
hold on a second, Svetlana.
Right
let me talk. Hold on a sec. Hold on, Svetlana. Smith W., you were just on the panel, dude. Maybe you didn't realize you were live. Svetlana, why am I having so many problems this morning? What's going on with the astrology? Why is all this going on? Please help me.
Well, I wouldn't even pay attention to people who do numbers, because numbers, it's definitely computer game.
Right, these idiot number
Computer
counters like
language.
Moose Knuckle Smith. Can you hear me, Smith W., or what? Am I losing my mind? Say something.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
What was that?
I said I can hear you.
You're roboting a little bit, dude. You're roboting a lot of bit.
Well, I'm on my phone, and if you'd ever post a link like at 3:15 in the morning instead of 5, you'll be able to make it on your show. I mentioned that a couple times.
Oh, so I'm supposed to run my show around your schedule.
No, you're not. I'm
This
just
is
explaining
my problem
that.
with people. Shut the fuck up. This is my
I don't
problem
give a
with
fuck if it's your
assholes
show,
like you.
fucking little man.
Shut
The fuck's your
up,
issue for?
douchebag.
Because I commented on your stupid
up.
music. You're
Nobody
making a
wants to
joke of
hear
the
you.
fucking truth.
You're a fucking
making a joke of the truth.
You're a joke.
The
fuckface.
joke's on us. We're
No,
getting
say
fucked.
Say something.
Show some
worth
fucking
listening
passion
to.
for it.
Say something.
Show some
that's
passion
worth
for it.
listening.
That's my
Say
fucking issue.
something
Show
that's
some
worth
passion
listening
for the
to,
truth.
fuckface.
Don't
Say
make a
something
fucking
that's
joke
worth
of the
listening
truth.
to. You're on the panel. Say something worth listening to, douchebag. Say something we want to listen. Go ahead. Say something, fuckface.
That you're making a joke of the truth.
What is that? Whose truth? Yours?
The truth. It's not anyone's truth.
The truth. So you have.
That's pretty
I don't have the
sophomoric
truth,
of you.
and
It's
you
not
don't have
whose
the
truth. There's
You're
the
so-
truth. It's not whose
really?
truth.
So what's the truth? What's the truth, number counter?
With
Let me
whatever
hear
the
it.
truth is,
Let me
you make
hear
a
it,
joke of it when you play
fuckface.
fucking clown music.
Oh, really?
Oh.
So when I'm so you're so stupid that you don't understand. I'm reading the clown
I get it.
news.
I get
No, you
it. I
don't
get it, dude. I'm not
dumb fuck.
stupid.
Yes,
I'm not
you
stupid. I'm
obviously
not the one
are.
on here doing drama on my show 3 days a week instead of the truth, but you call it
Oh.
a truth community. And then
Oh,
you
I
circle
call
back
it
to
a
some
truth.
flat earth
I-
to bring.
Are you just gonna fucking talk over me, fuckface? Or are we
I
gonna
am.
have
If
a
you're going to scream at me,
dialogue?
fuck off. Get
Are we
fucked.
gonna have a dialogue?
Then stop
retard?
talking shit, bitch. With your fucking Jew hat on.
What's
The
your
fuck?
fuck? What's your deal, douchebag?
Well, what the fuck do you have to come at me like that for? I've been
What's
here
your
fucking supporting you for
fucking-
about 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, your support. Oh, so I need your support with my drama show where
It's
I'm
a fucking-
apparently making fun of the truth. So
God.
why are you here, fuckface? I don't make you click the button every morning. I don't even know who the fuck you are.
Because it's
dummy.
good to get the truth out.
Oh, okay,
With-
but it needs to be your truth. So
No,
I
it's
gotta
not
do
my
the
truth.
but not do hashtag drama and not play clown music over the clown news, you stupid fuck.
Fuck, dude. It's clown
Can
news
we-
because
you
it's a
wanna
clown
start-
world.
Do
But
you wanna start over?
It's real
You wanna
news that
start
they have a
over?
plan.
Are you gonna talk over me on my show?
I don't give a
Idiot.
fuck, dude. I don't give a fuck.
You obviously do give a fuck because you're here every
I
morning.
don't.
fuckface.
That's why I keep talking over you. I don't give a fuck. I don't.
You want to start over?
Take your fucking beanie off and let your fucking brain relax a second and shut the fuck up. You're not that
Another guy
interesting.
who's a-
2 hour
so why
fucking
are you
monologue
here?
every morning. Fucking post the link 2 weeks ago instead of fucking attacking me because I'm talking about your stupid shitty music.
You're
I
a
don't put
fucking
images on screen because
moron.
I'm a fucking lover of myself and just want to hear my voice for the first 2 hours.
Is this guy
Fuck, dude.
fucking? So I'm supposed to do the show. Why don't you do the
I don't give
W.
a fuck.
Smith
It's your
idiot
shitty
stuff?
show. Go back
Why
to the
don't-
drama.
Why
Go
don't
back
you
to being a
do
knockoff
your-
Paul. Paul's way more interesting.
Why don't you do your? So go hang out on Paul's channel. No one asked you to be here, fuckface. This
Okay.
isn't Paul adjacent channel, douchebag. No one's
It's-
asking you to be here.
It's the
stupid
I wish I
moron.
was Paul channel. It's the I
Yeah,
wish I
that's
was
what
Paul
it is.
channel.
Well,
I do
why
the
are you
clown
here
music.
every morning?
I do the clown
Why are
news.
you here every morning, douchebag? Why the
Well,
fuck are you
it was
here?
a truth community. I heard you talking flat Earth and other things that kind of matter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's kind of why I came here, dude.
Oh, so I'm gonna just talk about the things you want me to talk about. Do you know I talk
Well,
about flat Earth
well, it's your
every
show.
day? You dumb
It's your
fuck?
show. I'm just saying. I was giving my
You're
point of
not
view.
making any sense, douchebag. You're
What's
talking
that,
in
faggot?
circles, dude.
What's
You're
that little
talking in
man?
circles, dude.
What's that little man divorced living in your mom's basement? You little faggot. What the fuck you saying?
Interesting. So you know things about me that I say that you're going to use against me, like you know something that I haven't said myself.
Yeah, like people know that I drink too much. Well, I'm not drinking today. I didn't drink yesterday. Yeah, I admit I have a problem because I want to get better. So what the fuck's the issue with that? I don't
What
care
does
what
that
people think
have
about
to
me.
do with me?
That's
I don't
why
know
I
what
share
you
it so I can
drink.
get better. So when little fucking Beetlejuice Sly Shy's talking shit and she's a fucking little person with a shrunken head, shut the fuck up. I don't give a fuck what people think about me.
What does
Get
Sly
fucked, dude.
Shy? What does Sly Shy's head
She,
have
just
to do
every
with
time
anything?
little fucking Beetlejuice sees me, she's got to fucking ride my dick.
So do you not understand how you're a backbiting little fucking hater?
No,
who
I've
doesn't
never
have
been cool
shit
with
to
Sly.
fucking- who doesn't have shit to give to anybody, dude. So you come to my show every morning and shit on it as you're fucking here. You're the problem, douche fuck. Moose
So what was the
Knuckles probably
problem?
good
What was the
for
problem?
you.
It made you feel some type of way because I made fun of your music, and then someone agreed and said, "Yeah, why? What the fuck, making a joke of the truth?" And then you're getting all butthurt over it.
A
Could have came
joke
off
of the-
totally
it's
different
not that
if
I'm
no one
butthurt,
questioned
fuck. God,
Z.
you don't
Don't you
shut
know
the
this is a
fuck up.
broadcasting?
Is this guy fucking nuts? Svetlana, what's wrong with people? This energy that we see from people like him, Svetlana, can you describe it? Is his soul damned to this realm?
That's the people who basically invested all their energy into this realm. You know, in the very beginning, I figured out how to separate people who are real and who are not real. First of all, you must be Mandela affected. There is no question about it. Absolutely must. And second of all, when I'm asking people, well, not asking, basically I'm telling the world is ending, their reaction would be either complete fear and anger, like fear transferring into anger, like in this shaky individual, right? Or there is people who is, yes, bring it on. So very, very simple to separate them. That individual, basically Moose, which is not even human, um, he was not happy with my idea that we can leave this realm even right now. You know, you don't have to wait to the end of the movie. And how movie ends, it's already every religion talking about end of the world. There is no exception. And if we already know our consciousness, the consciousness of real souls create reality. And if we already dreamed about this for at least several thousand years, we already know how it's gonna end, you know. About water,
Yeah.
basically, you can look it up. There is a live video, Brook Falls, where is the bears catching salmon on the Brook River in Alaska. You're gonna be clearly seeing frequencies I'm talking about. And because we actually made of water, all of us, over 90% of water, because the water molecule is antenna for the soul. So we're basically vibrating, like the whole earth is ringing like a bell. And it's visible. So that would create health issues for people. It would create brain fog because you're basically shaking, like all your glands shaking, all your brain shaking. So stuff like that. Just look up, even your sink or waterfall or fountain, you're going to be able to see it. And the thing is, with these vibrations, they're increasing. So at some point, the water pipe is going to be bursting, the shit pipe is going to be bursting, the earth going to be cracking. That's why the traveling is not that is not allowed basically for a lot of people. Not allowed, but it's going to be limited.
Right. So
Imagine,
Svetlana, you're
all the
saying
plants
that
this year, all the plants.
Hold on, Svetlana. Hold on. So what you're saying is the frequencies are changing, and we're going to be able to start physically perceiving the vibrations. It's to the point now where we're going to physically feel the frequency changing. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me
let some.
like I was telling you my story about Vegas. I actually felt those vibrations. The problem with vibrations, even if you get on a boat, you get used to those shakes.
Right.
Your brain
You
adjusts to the shaking.
Your
That's
brain
what it is.
adjusts
So
to it.
basically,
Exactly.
constantly. That's why we have to pay attention. Yeah.
All right, hold on, Svetlana. Let's let some other people
About
up. Sly Shy, your name was just brought up randomly by this fucking W. Smith guy who seems to be patently insane. What are your thoughts, Sly Shy? Sly Shy, why does a guy come to my show, try to tell me how to run my show, tell me what truth is, how it should be fucking presented, screaming like a fucking idiot? He's exemplifying everything that I discussed this morning, this weird energy from people. No one asked you to be here, Smith W., you fucking moron. Go ahead, Slasha. What's this guy's problem? Is he just insane?
He's insane and he drinks a lot, yes, and his mental state is unstable. He's the same, and I'm great out him. Smith, you're a liar. You went on Paul's John and acted like you was somebody else, and that same voice is your voice. I just verified it just now when you was talking. You went up on Paul's panel acting like you was somebody else, and it was you, Smith, Aiton, and all of that bullshit. But anyway, back to me. See, what they do is I'm always friendly, right? I know that Smith has a, problem with drinking. He stated the other day that he, wanted to stop. He put down the drink. He hasn't drank or whatever. Then yesterday he went back in the chat acting crazy, typing, being a secretary, right? And then soon as I said, well, Smith, how you doing? Hope you're well. He wants to start talking about me wearing a face diaper and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, yo, you can't be positive to these people. You can't.
You know what's weird, Slash? You know what's weird is that the most insane behavior that I see on these YouTube streets comes from these supposed Christians. They give Christianity I don't understand. You're supposed to be a Christian, and they're the ones that behave the worst. They're the most insane, the most vitriolic, the biggest haters. They say the nastiest, most fork-tongued, venomous things out of their mouths, and they're the supposed Christians. It's unbelievable to me, Slash. I'll still never understand it.
Like Jack's the same way. He, God, and then he'll cuss you the hell out if you don't agree with him.
Yes, Lasha, it's crazy. It's like, it's these Christians are the ones that come here and they're the most hate-filled, the most bigoted. It's such a fucking mindfuck. And I'm endlessly fascinated by it. Oh, who's this backstage? Oh, God. Every fucking time he has to come up. Every time.
Also, the real people with life souls. Real people with life souls, we have very high intelligence level. Like, see, everything I'm saying, you basically understand without effort. Everybody else, I would say, they will not count. Like people who into Christianity, flat earth, the ones who can't get over it. If enough evidence present to disapprove their beliefs, and they're still not changing it, that's
right.
That's basically that way, So I wouldn't even pay attention to entities like this. And because they still sort of alive, their agenda is to get emotions out of you and attention. Don't give any of that.
Yes.
Remember, like you saw sunrise today and you felt that peace. That's real you and that's your normal state. The closer you
Mia,
get
welcome.
to that state at all times, the better it's
It's good point, Svetlana. It's a great point. Let me welcome Cage to the show. What do you got for us, Cage?
I do appreciate you, Z. I would appreciate if you turn off the fucking noise.
Basically, everyone who is alive, pay attention to water and I'll get a goal. Thank you so much.
Can I give you a new Cage theme song? You know, Svetlana has a lot of good points you have to listen to. Or you should listen to. You have to.
Wait, what was that, Cage? Can't hear you. Cage, are you there?
I'm always here. Fucking turn off the music, man, please. Come on. Can we have a fucking conversation for once, or no?
Cage, you and I have had plenty of conversations, dude. We've had like a bunch of them now over these months.
Well, every time I come on here, you play this fucking music, and it fucks up the entire thing. Well, you're doing it on purpose, you fucking idiot.
Occult Reject wants to know what track is that. He loves it. I made this track, Occult Rejects.
Yeah, I know. You put on my original thing. You deleted it off your channel, bro. Your private.
Yeah. I made this using
the original fucking narrative.
in my my iMovie. It's just one of the apps on my my 2009 iMac. It has sound effects, and one day I just went in
don't
it.
blame it on me, you fucking cunt. Don't be a dick.
And now it's the hate frequency.
That you're creating, that you're playing.
Get out of here, Cage. I'm not in the mood this morning. Sit backstage or go fuck off. It's just a looping hate fucking frequency. Oh, look, fucking Smith is back. Hey, Smith, are you ready to have a conversation with me, or you just want to come up here and spit hate and vitriol, dude? Are you ready to fucking talk?
What's up?
Have
What's
you
up?
calmed down? Have you calmed down? Are you ready to have a rational discussion?
I'm good, but just, future broadcasting references, I'm not very good at it. But if you say, hey, you're ready to calm down, don't say and fucking talk. Maybe just and talk. Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, really? So again, you're just going to tell me how
Again,
to
yeah, I'm
speak
good.
on my channel.
I'm good.
Let me
Yeah, I'm good.
Moose Knuckle. Why do you call yourself Moose Knuckle? What's with that
I just
moniker, dude?
thought it was a funny picture. That's a picture of Health to the left, which Sly's part of. She's in this truth community, always talking crap about me, but was just seen wearing a face mask in public a month ago. I called her out on it. Out shopping with her face mask on.
Wait, I never talk shit about you. All I ever say
Every
to
time
you is,
calling me a drunk, everything else.
Let me clarify it. I only talk shit when you start talking shit to me.
No.
Right?
Oh, you came into Paul's last night saying I was drunk. Saying, did you fall over and you can't get up?
I said hi to you. I said, I hope you were
well.
well.
Worry about your own shit. I got my message. You got your LGBTQ message.
I said hi. I don't have no message.
Go defund the police and burn the cities down. I get it.
My message is all me, right? I don't support nothing but myself, right?
You mean the taxpayers support you? You mean the taxpayers support you?
I earned anything that I get. I earned it. So
did you?
Pay attention. Yes.
Reparations, I guess.
Yes. Wait. Who you ever heard me talk about reparations? You ever heard me talk about what the government owed me?
No, but we're talking about types. People want to say, I know his type with his numbers.
Me? We're talking about me. We're talking about me. We ain't talking about nobody else. Have you ever heard me claim?
I don't care. I don't even listen to you. I don't care. I don't listen to you. I saw you with a face mask on. Just stop putting my name in your mouth and typing my name in the chat, and we're good.
Why? If I'm caring, if I'm showing concern about you, right? You said that I stopped drinking. I want to stop drinking. So the next day I said, hope you're well, Smith. You didn't
And
respond. Then the next day I said, well, hope
I
you're well.
responded accordingly.
Then
And then the
yesterday,
next day when you came out and attacked me because I'd been drinking, that's
I
my own
didn't
bad
attack.
choice I
I
made.
didn't attack. No,
Fuck, bro.
I didn't
I don't
attack
fucking
you.
care. I came
I
on here to
didn't
talk
attack
to
you.
Z. I don't care
You're
about
lying.
you. I don't
You're
put any
lying.
thought towards you. I hope
You're
you're well,
lying.
Sly.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
You
put
did.
any
You
thought
take.
towards you.
I'm gonna put Sly on ice. You didn't do anything wrong, Sly, but this is the first time Smith's on my show, and
I don't put any thought towards her. I got no
trying
hard
to,
feelings towards her. If she comes out and attacks me, like Moose said, it's a bit much. Everywhere I go, I get this. I got a
Well,
whole new
dude.
perspective on everything, and everyone wants to attack it because they didn't come up with the Bibles, and they're like Bibles, and they make fun of me. I don't know if you heard it. It's an interesting theory. Jesus spoke in allegories, which are metaphors. He was trying to tell us something in a roundabout way. And how more obvious than it's the Bibles? It's the two gay bulls from Chicago, and they're going to give you wings. The Red Bulls. I got a whole thing on it. But now that my message's been muddy, your whole chat's talking shit probably. Way to start it off, like every other YouTube channel I go on. It's fucked up, so it's all good. I ain't no
interesting
hateful
because
fucking person. I go to work. I work every day for my family, and I fucking neglect them lately. It's a lot having the weight of the world on my shoulders. I don't need to share it with them. Maybe I'm not saying or whatever. It's a lot. But when people want to, I get infuriated when, and I'm not saying that's what you're doing. You got some great broadcasts. I've listened to you for a little bit. I like what you do, but I get triggered if I feel like somebody's making a joke of the truth. I really do. It's like an Alex Jones type thing where it's like everything he said was true, but when he's screaming at top and just being an idiot, it's like a predictive programming. It just gets people used to it. It's like, well, it's true, but oh well.
Look, you obviously have certain thoughts and things, but here's the thing, dude. Everybody presents differently, man. Everybody communicates differently. This is the way I choose to communicate, is by having a show where I can come on here for 3 hours, 5 days a week, each morning, all right, and present my voice through a show. Now, the wonderful part about this world is we can all express ourselves by whichever means we feel is most appropriate for us, dude. It's a weird energy for you to go to my channel or anybody else's and to present that type of energy. It seems rather entitled, and it seems a bit mentally unsound, bro. So I'm just saying.
Okay,
go ahead, man.
That's fair. You're entitled to that. So I know people that are here though have seen me on Paul's. I've never gone on there and put me on. That's not what I do. I try to kind of give some of it. If he starts it's like, cool. I'm not going to force it on. Like, whatever, you don't want to hear it. It's all good. It doesn't make the message any less true. I mean, right. You know that we live under a dome or whatever it is. What's the highest part on the underside of your roof, Z? I'm not talking the attic on the outside. What's it called? The gable.
Yeah, the gables.
It's the gables. You get it?
Jesus spoke the bulls are gay. Man, here's the thing, bro.
Mike and Barry.
Look,
Mike and Barry.
I don't want to offend you, but here's what I find with those who present with the type of ideology that you do, with the gematria and with the links that you make, is I find the links rather, what would the word be, spurious at best.
But
hold on, dude.
You've heard what, 1 minute of it?
Hold on, we're dialoguing. Hold on, I'll let you go.
I know, I'm at work though. I'm trying to be real quick and kind of get a little piece of a message out so I can be less of a lunatic. But
hold on. But my point is, I haven't heard just a minute of it. I've seen you on other platforms, and I've seen you here in the chat. So your message isn't just a minute of your message. I've heard you express things over and over again. There's words that come to mind, like confabulation is a word, and others where you can just say like, okay, the highest part of your roof is a gable that equals 2 gay bulls, et cetera, et cetera. I don't see a rational link, and it comes off to me as a bit unhinged, bro. And I'm not saying that to you in a way. And the last thing I want to say, and I'll give you the floor, is if you have a message, where's your channel? Where's your platform? Where's your website? Where's your material? Why are you using my channel and Paul's and others to bring your message? Do you see a problem there? Go ahead.
So this is what I do. I'm computer illiterate, and I'm not looking to make money. It's all glory to the Most High. I want the information out there. Here's the big link to it, that Luke 10:18 in the Hebrew version of the Bible says, I beheld Satan as Barak Bama, spelled B-A-R-A-Q, Bama. You can spell his name backwards and you get the agenda. It would be Q Arab, like he spoke of his Muslim, I mean Christian faith. Luke 10:18, the lightning bolt. I beheld Satan as lightning from the heights, which translates to Barack Obama. And then Gatorade has be like Mike, Gatorade the lightning bolt, Gay-Tor-Aid. I do a whole thing. I'm at work, but these are things, I wanted to share. I could have been an interesting contributor. Now I'm just an enemy of the channel rubber. Cool. Either way. I'm not about it's not about me making money. It's about me going to a truth community and building with a truth community. I don't know what the issue is there. I'm not a gematria person. I'm not like anyone else. Anybody who has actually read any of my, it's not like anybody else's stuff out there. It's all original. So,
all right, man.
God bless everyone. Like I always say, I'm not no fucking nutcase like Wizard and quote scripture. And no, if people are going to attack me, I'm only human. I'm only human. Then I snap back. I'm not that kind of person. So God bless y'all. Have a good day. Back to work.
Smith, everybody. Oh, you gotta laugh. You gotta laugh. Hey, I do this to myself. I have an open panel. I could just come here every morning and just do my show, guys. I could just present the hashtag science articles. I can talk about my stuff. But I don't know. I just don't feel like it would be quite the same show without the open panel portion. And so I have to take accountability. If I open the panel up to anybody who wants to come up, I'm going to have to just fucking go through it. And it's just, it kind of speaks for itself, man. What's happened to Christianity? God, has this was this always Christianity, guys? It's, the rub is that the words of the Christ figure in the New Testament they're beautiful words. In many ways, they seem to give us a roadmap, an ideology through which we can navigate this world. But in some weird twist of irony, it's become an excuse for hate, insanity, and bigotry, man. And how many people are going to just keep? I know I'm saying Smith W. did this. I'm going to, but how many people are going to proclaim themselves to be the new Jesus, the return of the Messiah? Ah, God. I don't know, guys. Let's let up the B Warrior. Let's let up Bobby. What's up, Bobby? You camera ready? I'm gonna let you up, dude. I see you back there, Moose. I'll let you up. What's up, Bobby? What's on your mind this morning?
Well, good morning, Z.
Good morning,
I'm just trying to follow whatever was happening on the podcast, man. It's like really taxing.
It is sometimes, isn't it?
I don't know how you do it. I don't think I could do it. I think I could learn to do it if I had, instruction. But gee, man, it's like trying to roller skate in a buffalo herd, man. I don't know how you do
it. Well, it's like Heidi said. In some ways, I'm called to do this. Bobby, maybe tomorrow I'm not called to do it. Maybe I wake up tomorrow and say, fuck, I'm not doing this anymore. But I wake up each morning and something inside me says, do your show this morning. In some ways, I feel duty bound, Bobby. I feel like I'm in a position in my life, as the Christian Smith wants to come on and say I'm in my mom's basement. It's funny. Anybody who lives in a basement, it's automatically there's mother's basement. Like there's no other basements in the world other than mom's basement. You know what I mean, dude? It's just a weird narrative. Everybody wants to think I'm in my mommy's basement. Because I tell them I'm honest with people, Bobby. I don't come on here and try to be anything that I'm not. So as I tell them I'm a divorced man who lives in a basement, they just want to use that against me, like they have something on me. You don't have anything on me that I didn't tell you guys. It's very strange. But you're right, dude. I think I do this because in some way I feel duty bound, Bob. It gives me value because when I'm not doing my show and I'm going about life, I'm just in my head, Bob. I'm
Yeah.
just like a guy who's disenfranchised in this world, who's basically trying to find my place in a world that I don't really belong in anymore. And it gives me a voice. It gives me a platform to speak, and that's why I do my show, man. And but it's also a practice in building boundaries for me and being able to come on here and face the hate. So to have this W. Smith come on and just say, you're just a Paul Enslaved wannabe show, you know? And the thing is, that's disingenuous because he's no fan of Paul, just like he's no fan of mine. He listens to, he's a hate listener to Paul, just like he's a hate listener to me. So I know it's disingenuous when he says it. But it's an exercise in me for me to face the criticism and to keep going, dude. It's an exercise for me to look in the most unrelenting mirror that is and to keep going. It's not always pleasant, but I do feel duty bound in a way because I think I have a perspective that's valuable. And that's the thing, Bobby, is people can choose to listen or they can choose not to. But it's endlessly fascinating to watch these people show up here with an entitlement. So this Smith guy can come here and say that I have an obligation to present the truth, okay? But I would wonder what he thinks the truth is in a way that he feels is appropriate. As he makes excuses for not presenting any material of his own, he's going to want here tell me, I need more visuals on my show. When I've obviously stated multiple times, I do a listening show. I do what I consider as a podcast because I don't want people to have to view my show. I want people to be able to put headphones in and listen to my show. It's an auditory broadcast. I do it on purpose. I don't need W. Smith to understand why I don't show visuals. It's not your show, dude. It's weird to come here and tell another man how to speak and present himself. And I'm tired of it. Go ahead, Bobby. Floor is yours.
Well, I think you're doing a great job, man. That's about it for me. I was just trying to follow along, with the podcast, and wow, man, it's like really, really difficult to, just to listen. Gee.
I agree. A lot of people like the insanity component of it. I look at it like this, Bobby, is that there's a part of me where I enjoy having that control, where I can present my thoughts, my feelings, information I feel is valuable in a controlled way. But the element of having people come up and speak in an open panel, I want people to share their voice. So Sly Shy can come up and tell us her perspective on life. It doesn't just have to be about Z's perspective, right? I want people to be able to share their voice here, all right? But like Gordon Zola comes here every morning and says, what's the show about? Gordon Zola, you don't have to be here, dude. You really don't, man. It's like, I don't need like you just come here each morning. Bobby, Moose, help me out, Moose. What is wrong? What is wrong with the mindset? Is it insanity? Are they just desperately clinging for belonging? Do I just need to be more of a nurturer? Is that why Paul Enslaved calls himself a daddy to the listeners? Are they really looking for a daddy? Is Paul onto something when he calls these people his children and he's the daddy? Go ahead, Moose. Help me out.
Brother, I think that you actually said it earlier, man. You don't fit in the world. I don't fit in the world. We're living in a world where we don't belong. People that are trying to strive for truth, people that are trying to be better, people that don't understand or are trying to understand what this world that we live in and why it's so fucked up. I mean, how could you look at Smith with anything other than empathy, Z? Right. It's not that I'm saying you're wrong at all. It's just that I look at Smith and I see myself in him. I see somebody who's been ostracized from his family, from his friends, from coworkers. Like just the fact that you have just one view that may be different. Even if you bring it up, it could just get you, ostracized from everybody. And dude, I honestly come on the metaverse because oftentimes I feel alone. I feel like I don't belong in this world. I feel like I don't have a place where I can speak my mind. And so where Smith goes around, he's created this narrative, like he goes to the channel and people, he's got that heat right out of the bat, and so he doesn't actually get to say what's on his mind because he's coming in hot. And he's like, fuck you, and you're like, fuck you, who the fuck, and really what we're just trying to do is say, dude, we just want to belong somehow, some way, somewhere, that's the way I see it.
Right, it's a good point, Moose. It's you bring up a topic that's fundamental. It's the basic human need for others, to be part of a family, a community. But the unfortunate part is we're looking to these digital communities in lieu of real life interactions. And I think that's the great trick, is we're coming here for community. And I think it's forever perilous because that interaction, that need that we're trying to fulfill, I don't think can ever be fulfilled here. It can only be augmented here. And I think that's what you see is a bunch of people who are unfulfilled. And I agree. Those like Smith and these others need to be looked at compassion, just like anybody who presents with that type of energy. Just like we need to be compassionate with ourselves. It really is a mind fuck, but great perspective, Moose. Go ahead, Slash Shy. Welcome back.
You're right. Like I said yesterday, most of us was forced into this with the pandemic, and
Right.
right.
You're right, Slash Shy. Here's. I don't want to cut you off. I'll give you the floor after this, but
No,
and
it's
that's
cool.
why I read that. That's why I read that article about the jab. Is whatever the separation was in society has just become highlighted and more stratified with the current paradigm that we see ourselves in of the last 3 years. Is that one can no longer walk the fence. One can no longer straddle the line. The gap is too big. The lines have been drawn, and I don't think they could forever be crossed. Go ahead, Slash Shy. My apologies.
Well, if you do try to cross them, at least know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, at least know where you stand with yourself, within yourself, that you even gonna make that attempt to try to cross the line. But like you said, we were forced into this, and yes, a lot of us yearn for the attention. A lot of us yearn for the community. Me myself, I yearn to engage because I don't be out too much anymore. So when I'm in the house, I've yearned to engage with the people, and I try to do it in the most positive way, right? But if you come at me, I'm gonna come back at you, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna come back at you in disrespect, though. I'm not going to, belittle you. I'll just tell the truth. You said you don't want to drink and you want to stop drinking. I try to be friendly, try to help you, encourage you and stuff like that. But then when you turn and get drunk, talking about you found a bottle of Quavo and you're about to knock it off, you know what I mean? So I'm going to be like, oh, well, then I see you can't stand on what you say. You want to drink and fall over. Whatever I said. It was just, busting his balls a little bit about holding him accountable. You said you don't want to drink, right? So here I am asking you how you doing, hope you're doing well. Then you want to come back, oh yeah, it was somebody Slash Shy with a diaper mask and this, that, and the other. Yo, that has nothing to do with me asking you how you doing. But people
That's
don't
true,
think.
Sly. Hey, let me go back to something Z was saying real fast, and then I'll give it back. The thing that Z says, it's on here, it's all fake and stuff. But the thing is that the spark is set. Like we come here and we set that spark. And I actually have friends who I would call them friends. Like I visit them across the states. I travel over 10,000 miles every year. I go and I meet these people that that, you know, are supposedly my friends online. I have no problem with that, Z. And I am actually on a journey myself. This is my journey that I've been on to try to find a community or build a community. And whether we find it online and put it into the real world or not is like, that's up to everybody else, you know. Like, I could only throw it out there. If you guys want to actually get together, have some lunch, like do a barbecue, you know, cupcake and pogo and shit, like we can do that, and we could talk business, and we could talk about building something. And I think it, like, this is a good place to start it, dude, because people, you got hundreds of people that view you every day, man. All you got to do is say what's on your heart and mind, and people are here for you, Z.
This is, after a year, to me, this is a community for me. Or, you know, like I said, it's kind of like family now. I wake up to you guys every morning. I'm with you guys every evening. You know what I mean? Because I consider you guys a part of me now. You know what I mean? And I'm a part of, hopefully, a part of y'all now. Y'all got to know me. I got to know y'all. Right? And that's the only thing I do with Smith. Smith's been around long enough, you know, where he can get clowned, right? And he can get I mean, not rewarded, but complimented and stuff like that. But you got to know how to conduct yourself. When you come to these broadcasts or these shows, you got to know how to conduct yourself, or you're going to be treated accordingly.
Right.
Right, Bobby?
Yes, ma'am. I hear you.
Well, it's
Don't
good
be,
points,
don't be
Elijah.
smoking. Don't be smoking, and don't be chewing, and don't be making any noise. Pay attention. Stay focused. Be present. Yeah, I hear
Yeah,
you.
Bobby. You can't just have anybody acting all willy nilly up here like some of these people. But with our friend this morning, Smith W, or W Smith, whatever his name is. You know, I don't know much about him. I didn't know about his drinking problems or whatever problems he's having with his family. That's new to me. But all I know is the way he presents. And where's the accountability, right? It's like these are grown men with no accountability um, with their actions. And it's you're going to be treated as such, guys, when you present like that. You're under I'm under no obligation to treat you any other way. You came here. That's the thing, panel, is this I keep talking about it. Uh it's the it's this spirit of basically solipsism that I keep talking about. Everybody thinks this world's just here to serve them, and they could just behave any old way they want with no concept. It's not the way it works. This is like this whole Gen Z mentality has invaded pretty much all the people. I don't even think it's a matter of like the younger ones anymore. People have this entitlement to them where there's no boundaries, there's no decorum, there's no courtesy, and it's crazy. It's nuts. Go ahead.
Somebody told the people I was having a discussion with yesterday. I'm sorry, Z, but I was having a discussion with some people down the street, and um, they said that I shouldn't continue to be friendly or speak to people if they don't speak back. And I said, that's a crazy thought. And then they said, well, you don't know what day they might be having, what they might be going through. And here you come being all friendly and speaking. I said, well, wait a minute. Am I supposed to stop and say, wait a minute, this person might be having a bad day, so don't let me be friendly to them. Don't let me.
Froze. She
Yeah,
froze.
she's
I think
frozen.
that's asinine, right? Why stop me from being friendly? Why stop me from being who I am because other people don't want to be? Oh, well, they just might not be. Okay, they cannot be. Let them be. They cannot be. But I'm going to continue to be me because I own this. I am responsible for me. I am responsible for my spirit. I'm responsible for how I conduct myself, right? So I'm going to continue to be me, whether you like it or not.
That's my problem with people too. Everyone always wants to tell you how you're supposed to conduct yourself, what you're supposed to do to be successful. Everybody's always got their damn opinions of each other, and it's like, dude, I'm focusing on myself mainly. And I do want to point out, I did go after Svetlana today, and there's a reason I go after people, because people come up here and they present themselves like they know everything, like they know fact, and then they put this out into the world, right? And this is the one thing I have wrong with her is she came up here, tells everybody how to escape this realm. I know how to get to the next level. I know how to transcend. You got to get rid of all your needs and blah blah blah. She has all that spiel down, right? But then why the fuck are you still here? If you know how to get to the next level, why are you here? And that's all I had to say. And because of that, I'm an asshole. I just want to see, when somebody presents themselves, to not make us all look like fucking idiots. That's all it is.
And that's what Smith does. He be in the chat yesterday. He was in the chat. He was just he was just typing all kinds of shit, right? So when he behaves like that, we pick up on, oh, he must have had a few drinks, because the stuff that he be saying in the chat. So he thinks that we don't pay attention. Nobody attacks him like everybody thinks we attack Jack. We don't attack him. We just call him out on his behavior. That's
Exactly.
all. You know what I mean? We call you out on your behavior, Smith. That's it. Ain't nobody trying to beat you down or da 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 da. No, it's about just calling you out on your behavior. If you sober one day and you sound real good and you're given to the broadcast or you're given to whatever community that you're in, that's a plus. But when you come in and you start saying all kinds of crazy shit, then as soon as somebody say something to you, you want to spaz out. No, you're going to get spazzed back.
It's so weird. Let's ask Bobby, as one of the elder statesmen of the Z Show. What's your take on alcohol, as its effect on society, its effect on individuals? What are your thoughts?
Some people can drink and it's not a problem. Other people, they try to drink and it's a problem. I'm going to give a shout out, if you don't mind, Z. I texted my daughter earlier. She lives in another city, and told her that I'd probably be on the podcast, today, and I'd already been on the podcast yesterday and the day before, so I'm on my very best behavior, Z.
Wait, who is it? Who'd you say? Your daughter?
My daughter, Angela.
Your daughter's going to be watching this. Hi, Angela. Much love, Angela, if you're going to watch. Well, let me ask you.
Z, I got to take over for just a second. Angela, do you understand that Z is a bachelor? He's one of those strong patriot men. He stands for something. He has a backbone. He ain't no jellyfish. I'm just trying to sell him.
She's married. Okay.
Okay, never mind. Sorry about that. I yield.
Y'all always try to hook somebody up.
Yeah. So shout out to your daughter, man. Let me ask you something.
Yes, sir.
How's your daughter handling this whole society? Is she aware of certain deceptions that some of us can see running through this realm, or what would you say where's her consciousness?
Well, she's a person that's real popular. She has a lot of friends. She was like homecoming queen in high school. She went to college. She has a bachelor's in journalism and mass communication, and she works, and she doesn't work all the time, but
so
she has
pretty much
business too.
Hold on, Bobby. So pretty much she's going to think we're all a bunch of crazy people here.
Oh no, she's used to some of the people I know, believe me.
she's going to give you a call after the show and say, Dad, I think you've officially lost your mind. You're hanging out with a bunch of crazy people online,
No, not at all. Not at all. She'll be
Bobby,
really happy that I
it,
found a really good online community here. I think she'll be very happy for me and appreciative.
you got to be
Yeah.
cautious, Bobby, because if at any moment she starts thinking you're crazy, that nursing home might become appealing, and you don't want that.
Oh,
Well,
I'll
I
tell
say
you
that
what,
with respect, sir.
I'm ready for anything, let me tell you.
listen, I gotta bust Z. I gotta bust your balls a little bit. You know you're gonna become a geriatric soon. I mean, you know you're gonna become one, right, Z?
I
I
think I
don't know. I
already
mean,
am. I
So
already
don't
am
be
a
ragging.
geriatric, right?
Not you, Bobby. Z. Z
Oh,
called you a
gee.
geriatric.
Oh,
Yeah,
gee.
his ass gonna become one.
well,
Shit, he
you don't know that. You don't know that. Every day's a gift, they say. Who knows? But I will say, Slasha, I'm not getting any younger. I'll tell you that much. The big thing that I'm going through right now physically is the gray hairs are starting to really pop up. You can't. That's the thing about aging. Once the gray hair starts coming in, you can't ignore it. It just is a reminder that time is marching on. This is funny though. Moose, what do you say to a London man that says that I shouldn't do an everyday show? I should just go back to my Sunday shows because there's too many crazy people that show up every day.
You know what I say to people who tell other people what the fuck to do? I tell London man with respect. I respect you, but go do your own fucking thing. Okay?
Well, he does have.
Go
He
do
does
your
have
own
his
thing.
own.
No, I know he does. I know he does. And I respect him. I go and I support him and stuff. But don't go around telling everybody else what they need to do. If you wake up inspired and you want to do your fucking show every single day of your life, and that's what you want to do, who the fuck am I to tell you different, sir?
exactly. And I look forward to this show in the morning now, yo. I'm telling you, I look forward to waking up with Z. And when he has his dark days, I let him know. I know when he's in his dark day. But I look forward to, the show. I look forward to the chat in the morning. I look forward to engaging before I start my day.
Bro, I walk in the room and there's 40 people that say good morning to me. Do you know how good that feels, Z? You know how selfish I am to make you want to continue doing your show, but I won't tell you that? You know that?
Right, and I appreciate that. That's why I do it and honestly, I could sit here and say it's for you all, but it's just as much for you guys. Even more so, it's for me. It gives me a platform to say stuff because otherwise, I'm just a guy out in the public. At least I can come here and express myself. And the thing about it is, now it's here. My views are here. I don't have to have them locked up in my head, looping. I can get it out. Not only that, my loved ones and my family can learn about me years from now. Cousins, nieces, nephews. They can go and say, what was John like? That's my name in real life is John. What did he think about this realm? For good or for bad, it doesn't have to be polished. Sometimes it's me up here spurging out. Other times it's me presenting coherently. But either way, it's an authentic presentation and it's on the record. I can see myself evolving over time, but at least it's here. And I would ask, some of the haters out there, what are you doing to lend your voice to the conversation? How are you expressing yourself? Are you sticking your neck out? Because I know right well that there's no way I can go back to normie world after this. You think I can go, Bobby, do you think I can go back to a pediatric hospital and get a job again? You know it's going to happen. They're going to Google my name and they're going to find me on here having heated arguments with Smith W. about the shape of the earth and the realm. I can never go back into the world again, but I'm conscious of that. I did that knowingly. Right? When I started this journey, I understood what it was. Go ahead, Bobby.
Well, yeah, but, you got to realize that, you have a very high calling as a pediatrician. Not everybody can do that. You've been trained, you've done it, you've really mastered it.
Yeah, fair enough. But it just for clarity,
go into private practice and just like have a clinic. You don't have to go back into,
yeah. Here's the thing, Bobby. I'm not a pediatrician. I'm a pediatric audiologist. A pediatrician's a medical doctor.
Okay.
Just so we're on for the record. And I did have a private practice. I owned a private practice for 4 years, so people can know that. And it's just not for me anymore. There's no path for me back. No, that doesn't mean there's not a role for me in healthcare in the future. But I want to practice the type of healthcare that I feel is most appropriate. I don't want to compromise my morals, integrities, values, principles, and otherwise to participate in a healthcare system that I don't believe in, right? So I'm not saying my path is completely closed off, because who knows where my path's going to bring me, but I don't see myself resonating in that environment anymore. Go ahead, floor's open.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you clarified that, but even still, I mean, little kids that can't hear. I mean, look how many referrals the schools put out all the time for, kids that have hearing difficulty, and, you're one of the people that take care of it,
Yeah, man. Yeah, there's no doubt. There's no doubt about it. It's just strange times we live in. I mean, you spoke yourself, Bobby. You said you're a registered nurse, and, you kind of got squeezed out of healthcare. I talked about it a bit this morning, man.
Right.
I talked about it yesterday too. I left the profession because I no longer resonate in those circles, which is a shame. It's a shame for them. It's actually more their problem than mine. Look, Bobby, we didn't create this situation. We're just ourselves. If the environment is such that we no longer resonate in that environment, then it kind of is what it is, Anyway, I'm just still thinking about your daughter listening to my broadcast, Bobby, because, these circles become echo chambers. It's always nice to have somebody who's not associated with these type of topics listening in. I'd be very interested to hear what your daughter thinks after listening to a few of my broadcasts. So who knows, man? Maybe if you get her to listen to a couple broadcasts, maybe she can call in. She doesn't have to tell us her name or anything like that. She doesn't even have to show her face. But I'm endlessly fascinated in what others think about these topics in these communities, man. Who else is backstage? I just dropped the link. Let me see. Is this Pineal Power? Sean, is that you? What's up, homie?
Grand Rising, sir. Been a little minute.
What's up, Pineal? What's poppin', dude? Welcome back to the stream.
Yeah, man, just hanging. I'm usually still sleeping at this time, but I always, well, I don't want to say I always, but I'm often rewatching the show after, or catching up as it's ending, or so I figured I would jump up. I caught most of it today, so.
I got one question for you, Mr. Sean. When you wake up with morning wood, is the first thing you do turn on the Z show, get that release that you need and that dopamine fix, and then all of a sudden you're ready for the day? Or because that's how I get it.
Holy moly. What the fuck are we even talking about?
No homo, man, but I usually put on like maybe like Oprah first or something, maybe Ellen, but that's just me. And then I
Hey, you know what? There's nothing like a real man like Ellen, right?
Right.
Unbelievable. Let me tell Pineal, dude. I do. I noticed you watched the show in replay because I know you're commenting and things like that, and I appreciate it. And I do plan to keep going with my show.
I'm sorry. See, I don't mean to cut you off. Did he say no homo at all at any point in that, or did he just keep going?
I think he started off with the no homo thing.
He said no homo. He said no homo.
Yeah, I think he started
full
off.
Bromo.
Hey,
full bromo. Keep going. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Hey, not that there's anything wrong with that, because come on, Sean, at this show we accept all colors of the rainbow. I just want that to be known.
To each their own, yeah.
Their own, all my rainbow people out there, no hate. It is what it is, and we embrace you. So much love. We don't want you to think we're coming off as bigoted and hate-filled.
Yeah, I'm just noticing Sly has a ponytail. I didn't even notice that until today. I don't think.
I don't know if that ponytail. I think that ponytail might have existed out on the end of a real pony at some point. She may actually have a pony's tail going on. on her head.
All right,
I
as a
mean,
producer, non-producer here, I got to get you guys back on focus. We got 12 minutes left of the Z show, and we can't leave everybody on this nonsense.
Well, I did have something I wanted to bring, but I also kind of cut Z off at mid. He was saying something, and I had to bring up the no homo full bromo thing.
I don't know. What I was saying, Sean, is that you know, you're around these communities. You're kind of like one of us that, for whatever reason, we're drawn back into this environment over and over again.
Right.
In some ways, there's dysfunction associated with it. In other ways, it's probably more functional than most people just participating in the normie cult of culture society, dude. Either way, Sean, we still find ourselves here each morning for good or for bad, even in light of some of the frustrations. I don't want to sound holier than thou when I say I feel like I'm duty bound at this point in my life to do my show. Hey, I may change my mind next week, next month, or tomorrow. But at this stage of my life, I want to come here and have my show in light of some of the difficulties. What are your thoughts on it, Pineal Power? You watch everybody. You're strongly associated with the hashtag community. What do you see with this environment? You know, give me your take on it, dude.
I commend you for the consistency and the dedication, and that's something that I've definitely, I'd say more than almost anything, possibly primarily, is the biggest thing that I'm inspired by and drawn to in, content, quote, content creators in the quote truth community. So, again, my thing, one of the message I kind of had in my head today was that it seems to be a common theme for a lot of us to kind of demean other truth sectors or whatever, like how you were kind of not demean, but the way you were kind of going at Gematria before. And it's kind of like, it's the same way Gematria heads will go at flat earth. And it's like, it's kind of, I think what we need to do more of is embrace all sectors, whatever, all subjects, and not feel the need to really go after any other to validate our own, so to speak, rights and freedoms, going after, in a way, though, I do see how now more than I have before, rights, freedoms, principles, securing property, stuff like that has a different place in that, in terms of securing our bodily freedom and our property in this material life, which, it is material, but we are here, right? And we are kind of, we have to live out this material life, unless, like Svetlana, maybe we do figure out a way to get out of here somehow, although she doesn't seem to have done that yet, like Moose was saying. No disrespect to her, but she does seem to still be here, like all of us. But I do see how that argument that Paul has for one can have a precedent, over other topics. But that being said, flat Earth, or quote unquote, the realm debate, it obviously has a and Gematria, freeing the spirit and the mind obviously has its place.
All right, Pineal.
So
Jesus Christ.
So all subjects have their place. Even comedy, man. Even comedy.
Well, here's the thing, Pineal. I get it. It's just convenient for us to go after. We want to our little truth. We want to be the most important, and then we have a tendency to go after other people's truth.
Right.
It's kind of an easy thing to do, to fall into. But it is Brian O'Shea. We can confirm. We've heard his voice. Mr. O'Shea, what's going on?
What's going on? Madness is going on. The fuck is your show turned into, dude?
What do you mean, O'Shea? Did you finally win a hand at poker or what?
You're gonna allow Z to ruin this broadcast like he's ruined many others, Z?
Allow who? Allow who to ruin it?
You're pretty much an idiot. Were you drinking all last night?
Does O'Shea drink? Are you a drinker, O'Shea? I don't think you.
No, I don't. I don't drink. Once in a while, I'll.
So you're just stupid. You're waking up early. You're saying Z's ruining his own show when you're trying
Oh,
to
my
say it's
bad.
me. I mean, come on, get on your game, dude. You came here to shit on Peniel, and then you get shit on. Come on, Brian.
Brian
Well,
O'Piz is an RSO boofer, so that's his thing.
Yeah, my excuse would be. Go ahead, Z.
No, you go ahead. I'd fucking talk all morning, every morning. Dude. Somebody else talk.
Hey, let me get some of this, Z.
Go ahead.
What's going on with your show, Z? Why is it? What's going on with you, dude? Are you going through some sort of midlife, getting new gray hair crisis, or what? Trying to figure yourself out here? Like, you're like, what's up, dude?
Shut up. I'm gonna put you in the back, O'Shea. I'll bring you up later. Maybe I'll talk to you one-on-one.
Hey, no Z.
Me from my other panelists. What's
Hey,
up,
Z,
London man?
He's got a point. That's exactly what I was saying, bro. Sunday shows was the best. I ain't taking nothing away from your everyday show, but Sunday shows was the best. This segment here, every day when you go live, it brings out a lot of weirdos. When you was doing your Sundays, it was less weirdos. It was a good vibe. Right? Now you got every day people trying to come over and steal your limelight. You understand? Because they know you're going to be here every day, so they want to come up and say a little few things, get a little, you understand? But me personally, I like the Sunday shit. That was dope. We had something to look forward to. And it was powerful, right? You had people like Martin Likey coming through. You had some heavy hitters coming through. Now it's just Adam's family, clowns, slime balls, and everyone come through.
Is that how you feel about me, London? No,
that's how you feel about us, London,
motherfucker.
Yeah, is that how you feel about us, London? We weirdos and all of that. We just come up to have something to say. I've been in these YouTube streets for almost 3 years. I've been on a lot of panels, buddy. We are all ain't weirdos.
Hey,
not all of us.
Listen, I didn't say no names. If the shoe fits,
I know.
That is why. Listen, Bobby is silent because Bobby knows the rule. He knows I'm not talking about. Bobby's silent. Salutes to Bobby.
Because Bobby's new. Bobby's new.
Bobby's on his best behavior because his daughter's watching right now, Lenny.
Yeah.
And say I appreciate you coming up and point. Hold on, I appreciate the fact that you came up and explained that Sunday good because you found some really good shit in it, and I appreciate that because I didn't know where you were coming from when you said don't do the everyday show. But now I see where you're coming from. And I still feel the same way I do. I still feel like Z should do his thing, but I also feel like you had a point. Maybe Z should focus on Sunday. Leave the whack pack out of it. Get back to the shit that matters. Get onto the solutions. Get on to the good shit. I hear you, bro.
Yeah, no doubt. But here's the thing. Yeah, hold on. Let me talk. It would just the same dynamic would just happen on the Sunday show, dude. It would just become routine. It would just be the same thing. Part of me, London man, is working through this. I want to see who comes up here, dude. I don't want if W. Smith comes up here, I want to experience that energy. It's about experiencing it for what it is and maybe working through it or having it dissolve into fucking total shit. But either way, that's kind of the point, is that it's more the exercise of it for me. It's more about me getting on here and doing it and going through the process of showing up here every morning. It's more of a practice for me, dude, than anything else. But I agree about the heavy hitters that were coming through on Sunday. But London, man, that would have went away. And I don't want to build my show on other people because when those heavy hitters stop coming through, your show's over. So part of me, London, man, I would just almost sometimes rather come up and just do my straight show and not open the panel. I don't have to open the panel up, or I could invite panelists up and not do an open panel. But then I wouldn't be able to experience the other parts of it. So somebody like Slash I can come up and maybe it's a half hour her fighting with a snafu sometimes, but maybe Slash I lay something down that I wasn't aware of. Maybe Slash Eye tells me what's going on. I know what's going on in Philly on the streets, and it kind of connects me to people in a way that a more restricted environment can't. But I hear what you're saying, dude. Much love, and I don't have any problems with what you're saying at all because I kind of get it, dude. There's components of it. Go ahead, floor's open.
Look how one thing. Look how Smith left today is all I want to say. Look at that. If you didn't allow for that interaction, that would have never happened. He would have hated you forever. He would have always sat there and trolled you and shit. The interactions you're allowing to happen allow healing, allow growth, and allow opportunity.
Right. It's a great point, man. It's that in this less restrictive environment, there's always going to be pluses and minuses to any approach one takes to the broadcast. But I agree with you. It's like this Smith guy got to come up, tell me what a shitty fucking show he thinks I have, and then we kind of work through it, and now it's probably okay. It may go up and down, and some of it's a shit dynamic, and some of it, is just letting people play things out. But it's kind of a mixed bag. Like O'Shea was up here, and he, I put him in the back, and he left. I kind of want to talk to O'Shea, but like part of me is like, okay, O'Shea can come and go. He's not like any more special than anybody else. And that's another thing about these streets. People think that should have some kind of like, I don't know, special status or something. You don't really, O'Shea, you dummy. But I get it. He's trying to do his comedy thing. But I'm endlessly fascinated by the people who show up every morning but want to criticize. Go do your own thing. O'Shea, we've seen your show, dude. Remember, O'Shea, when you were doing your show, your last like 7 episodes, you just kept putting my name in the title over and over and over and over again. Much love.
Well, there's a reason his show was canceled.
Was it canceled?
It's the first
what do you
YouTube.
Mean?
Yeah,
it's the first
YouTube. Yeah, it's the first YouTube stream I've ever seen that YouTube was like, man, this is failing so horribly. We might as well just get rid of this motherfucker.
Wait, when
did they get rid of his channel? Did that really happen? Did he get banned?
No, it didn't really happen, but it would be beautiful if it did, because it's pretty much a plague to the comedy society.
I don't know. I think O'Shea's funny. What do I know?
Look, I think he is too, and I give him a hard time to get better at it.
Yeah. London Man. Can I say something, London Man? London Man, I wasn't, I hope you get to know me. I wasn't offended. I'm just snappy. Sometimes I just pop off, just be popping off. You know what I mean? It's not that I'm like angry or nothing about what you said. Like everybody says that about us. We show up in certain places every day, and we get called slaves, weirdos, this, that, and the other. It doesn't offend me. I just gotta come back. I ain't no slave. I ain't no none of that does fit me though. You're right. If the shoe fits, wear it. I don't wear it. Just letting you know, buddy.
There you go.
Okay?
Salute to that. There you go.
And I'm always kind. I'm always kind to you when I see you in the chat. I always speak and stuff like that. Show you much respect and love. So I want you to, get to know me and see the person that I really am, and not, judge me by other people that you might see in these streets.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Hey, I deal with you how you deal with me, Sly, and you've never stepped out of line with me. So that's it. Salutes to you.
Yeah. But yeah, the London Man, there's a lot of ways I could run my show, but just doing the show on Sundays, it's not going to change the dynamic because it's still the same show. It would just be, do I want to switch up the format, do just more of a Z thing and get out of here? Because I don't have to do the open panels. I realize that I can do really any show I want. And I think about this all the time. But each morning when a show gets to a certain time, I feel the urge to drop the link in. Because you know what, London, there's some people that feel the opposite. Look at W. Smith. I'm not saying he's right, but his opinion this morning, and it's his opinion, was, why the fuck do I wait so long to drop the link in? He feels as though I should drop the link right away. So people can view it either way. It's really kind of like what I want to do, and that's what it's down to. It's about coming on here and doing it, man. And the other thing, London, is some of the people that you mentioned that may have been on my show earlier, I kind of think they're kind of watching in the background because I could just tell. I could see my numbers. My numbers haven't gone down since the beginning. My numbers are only going up. So I'm kind of like, all right. So these people aren't leaving the show. I think there's a lot of people in the background now, London Man, who they don't want to speak up. Like, you come here and you make yourself known. When you're listening, you're in the chat, you're on the panel. You know what I mean? You make your presence known. But I think there's a lot of people who kind of watch me and they don't fucking say shit, dude. You know what I mean?
Got pop in the chat saying you should drop the link earlier to get a head start on the failure. Oh, man. That's rough.
Well,
That's
Paul knows. Paul knows
harsh
if he
going,
wants to talk. Paul knows. I'll say it now. If he wants to talk to Zetetic Warrior, if you guys want to see Zetetic Warrior, well, look at the pay-per-view event. Moose knows what I'm talking about. You get 1,000 people at $10 a pop, and you put Z and Paul in a fucking digital cage, and you let us go at it for a couple of hours, and you guys will see the Z and Paul thing. But we're not
AZ,
doing it here in these panels. We're beyond that.
AZ, why the day after you said that, right? You know, I remember you mentioning that before, right? Why the day after Andrew gonna try to come up on the broadcast talking about some kind of match and shit? I said, man, stop trying to take other people's shit. You the first one that said it. Now, then Andrew want to come in and I'll challenge you. Like, stop trying to take other people's shit.
Well, it's not a original idea to do a pay-per-view event. You know, I mean, they do it in sports all the time, like boxing and shit.
Right, but
I'm
for
talking about
everybody out
in the
there,
metaverse.
for everybody out there in the metaverse that wants to get in the ring with one of my players, the Zetetic Warrior or the God of all media, Paul Unslave, what you have to do is you have to get that $1,000 cash ready. You have that $1,000 cash ready, then you pass it over to Moose. I distribute it to the people, and then we get the show going because we got to get the glitz, the glamour, we got to get the lights going and shit. We got to make it popping. Okay, but you come with the money if you want to fight, or just get the fuck out. Money walks, bullshit, or wait, money talks, bullshit walks, right?
I'll see y'all
Yeah.
5 days a week.
Yeah, exactly. All right, everybody, get the fuck out of here. Everyone, hold on, I gotta let O'Shea back up. All right, everybody, bye. I'm gonna clear the panel and talk to O'Shea for some reason. Feeling
Peace,
drawn to it.
everybody.
Peace, Z. Salute.
Peace
Much
out.
love. Much love.
Peace and
everybody.
blessings, y'all.
Much love.
Much love, Z.
Okay, O'Shea. It's me and you now, buddy. What the fuck are you
peace.
doing, bro? Are you there?
Why would you boot me after one sentence of criticism?
Oh, it's funny. So now as you're up here, see, again, this is what I'm talking about with people. Nobody knows how to think. So you're up here talking to me one-on-one as you're complaining that I booted you when there were 7 other people here, not realizing that we're speaking now. Does that make any sense, Brian? Maybe I wanted to talk to you one-on-one. Did you think about that? Because you're special. You're a special man. Give us the O'Shea update. Where are you, dude?
In Vegas, doing what people do in Vegas, playing poker. People could call it gambling, but not. It's a game of skill with elements of luck. So take your gambling to roulette and craps and blackjack. That's gambling.
Right.
Doing something different. But it's been all right. Yeah, it's been the bankroll slowly increasing. So we'll see. We'll see if I can keep at it. If not, it's nice to have a parachute in TaskRabbit if the poker starts to not work. But it's been working lately. So we'll see if I could keep something up daily here and keep progressing and keep learning and do something for a living.
You're doing now. Yeah. Hold on. Well, I know you had mentioned previously that you're a poker player. I know this isn't new for you. So you're like the movie Rounders, dude. This is kind of like your profession now. Have you looked into the history of like poker and poker players? Is this something that people have maintained, able to make a living through poker?
Yeah, for sure. There's been different booms. There was a boom in 2004, from like 2004, basically up until the government shut down the major online sites in 2011. We call it Black Friday in the community. Sent a lot of players overseas and using VPNs and different things to continue playing in the U.S. online. But there's a second boom going on right now. They think it's caused by the last couple of years with people being indoors and being on their computers a lot. So there's a second boom with poker. The World Series had the most events ever. So that's kind of exciting for people in the poker community that the main event had over 10,000 entrants. So it's the biggest main event ever, the $10,000 buy-in at the World Series of Poker this year. So so I'm back grinding online right now. I feel like I'm, staying pretty focused on it. I feel like I have a long way to go, a lot to learn, and and that's cool when you could do something like that. When you could.
Let me
So-
ask you, when you play poker, what mental state do you like to be in? Do you consume cannabis, alcohol, or do you play it straight? What's your deal?
Yeah, straight's pretty good for me. In terms of clarity and being able to really focus. But sometimes cannabis, just as an all-around thing, like I've got this fake cannabis I got from a convention that people gave me a bunch of samples, so that might be tweaking my brain a little bit. It's that vape pen, like Delta type shit. You know what I mean? All this like this legal cannabis, this weird shit. So I don't know. That shit kind of strange. But to answer your question, I think 100% straight's best for me, but maybe a little cannabis if I could, just for an overall, because I think I need to be medicated in some way, just for my overall mental health. But to answer your question, straight's probably pretty good for ultimate focus. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, for some people, the weed would probably help them kind of settle their mind down and focus. If it were me, dude, like, I'm one of those guys, O'Shea, that if I fucking take 2 hits of cannabis, I'm like in a different world, bro. I'm kind of jealous of those guys that could just smoke weed all day and like kind of go about their life. And I know they can because it's just different chemistry. But I don't know why I got off on the cannabis thing because I don't know. I know you smoke and you've gone back and forth with your RSO oil and stuff. That's kind of what came to mind, bro.
Then those guys are going to be jealous of you a little bit because they do it every day and it's basically a normal for them, right? Like if they need to smoke weed just to get normal, kind of. You know what I mean? So it's like a double-edged sword. They're like, fuck, I wish I could be 100% straight. So everyone's out. The grass is always greener on the other side a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt, bro. No doubt. I'm glad we got to check in with you, O'Shea. A lot of people are invested in the whole Brian O'Shea thing, man. You know, you're an interesting cat. And for the record, everybody, I think O'Shea is funny. Like as a comedian. But that's just Z. You don't have to fucking agree with me. Are you doing your show anymore? Are you streaming, O'Shea? Or you put that on the back burner?
Yeah, I haven't really been streaming. I canceled the 25 a month thing just because I haven't been, but I could always re-up that, you know, the StreamYard fucking pro, whatever it is. But yeah, I've been getting on stage a little bit too. So yeah, I got a decent little routine here. And then I got 6 traffic violations here in Nevada and the first one is August 21st for no insurance. So that could cause a problem at some point. But I don't know, man. I feel empowered by what Paul said when like they come up and just like, I don't know you. I don't understand this. I don't want your papers. Can I go now? Basically type shit, which is true, dude, because like as fucking retarded as it's gonna sound, it's gonna sound like I'm trying to be rude to them. Really, that's the truth. It's like I'm trying to understand this. This don't make no fucking sense. Do what you gonna do to me, but I believe in my heart you guys are fucking wrong, dude. I don't understand this. I don't know who you are. Like I might just try that, dude, and end up going to jail. But it's just like, fuck it. If they put me in jail, dude, they're not doing right. They don't understand either. No one fucking understands. Paul is probably the closest who can fucking understand, and this shit's fucking doesn't make any fucking sense. So I might just start telling them that, dude. Be honest, like you guys are just wrong, dude. None of this makes any sense. I don't know who the fuck you are. Coming up in your costume doesn't, you know. I might not have to say that, but just like, you know what I mean, dude. You have experience with the police, so how do you roll, dude? You just hand them IDs when you get pulled over and hand them insurance and registrations. What do you do?
You know, that would assume a lot. Put it this way, I conduct myself in a way that's ever evolving with these law enforcement officials. Less and less am I inclined to disclose how I conduct, the way I move around, the way I support myself financially. I've learned that this is not the place to do it. So I don't really, but I'll just speak in generalities. I used to deal with the cops in a very confrontational way, dude, and aggressive. Now I'm just honorable and courteous when I deal with them, and whatever they're going to do to me, they're going to do to me in whatever fashion that's going to be. But because we can control how we interact, so that's what I do, man. I used to fucking, dude. I mean, I used to really go at these cops, man. I've said this a million times, bro. I'd walk up on them on a traffic stop and just start popping on these fucks. I don't do that anymore. I say hi to them, dude. I greet them. I treat them with respect. Whether or not they treat me with respect back, that's on them. That's their journey. But I do notice when, again, I'll speak in generalities, when I see people get pulled over and they behave in certain ways, they tend to have poor outcomes. Probably the best thing to do when confronted with law enforcement is to deal with it at the level of the courts. If a cop's going to do what he's going to do to you, he's probably going to do that thing to you.
Yeah, but
In
the
the
courts, see,
moment.
I got a court case coming up, dude. I don't even want to deal with the courts. I think that, but like, my strategy is like to do nothing, dude, and let the warrants come out. And then, you know what I mean? Because it's like, dude, it's
I'm
all
not
fraud.
saying you have to show up to court. I'm not saying you have to be there and present when summoned. But I'm saying to deal with the cops, you know, IRL is probably not the best thing. They're just acting as agents. They're not even using their own discretion, dude. They're almost like behaving as just arms of the machine. You're just arguing with a fucking programmed bot at that point. So the best thing to probably do is to be courteous, to be respectful, to present yourself in a way that shows that you value yourself. And then you deal with it on the other end. I don't know. That's just the way I'm approaching it at this point in my life. You know, you just kind of just behave the way you want to be treated. That's the way. Look, or you could do it the other way. These cops sometimes they're looking for a reason to pop somebody, bro. I don't want to just say things that are going to get people caught up and try to act tough, man. You know, so I don't know. That's the way I
What
look
about the
at it.
strategy of just being completely like non-confrontational, but just like, I don't know who you are. I don't understand any of this. I don't want your papers. Can I, am I free to go? Like, I can just just keep repeating that. Like, fuck, I'm seriously considering that, dude, because it's fucking true though. It's like there's a deeper truth to it. It's like play dumb to catch wise. It's like there's a deep truth to it. Like, I don't understand any of this, and neither do they. That's the power though. They act like I do. When you start getting into back and forth, I've done back and forth the last 6 tickets. I'm trying to do my own version of a back and forth. And I realize they're fucking just as retarded as I am. Neither of us know what the fuck we're talking about. We're trying to like do legal fucking back and forth, sound like lawyers on the side of the road, and we're both fucking retarded. So at least I'll admit that I don't know what the fuck's going on, dude. I don't know who you are. I don't want your papers. You know what I mean? And then just whatever the fuck they do. At least I'm speaking truth. They're fucking trying to act like they're lawyers on the side of the road. They don't know shit either.
Yeah, dude, I'm feeling that, man. And again, I'll stick to generalities, dude. I'm looking at, whether it's a policy enforcer, whether it's a doctor, it's all the same thing to me, dude. I look at them as just, they don't know any better. They're kind of uneducated, ignorant, and immature. Just because they may be big and tough and have weapons or the authority of the state behind them doesn't mean really anything in my world. So to me, it's just how you approach it. I would probably say, having discourse with them on the side of the road is probably not going to do anything unless you're trying to film it and use it as an example. You're probably better off just keeping your fucking mouth shut and then dealing with it on the back end. Okay, maybe you try to reason with the cop and he lets you kind of go on with your day, but having conflict with them probably in some way just plays into this divide paradigm they want. I guess my point is, Brian, I think they want us to fight with the cops. I think it's kind of like part of their whole thing is like, oh, the cops against the BLM and then the rights and freedom against the cops. And to me, it's just too much. And
But I think you're missing it, Z. It's not a fight, dude. It's like, this is the ultimate shit. This is why, like, I was tearing up on Paul's thing. It's an empowering thing, dude. It's like once you sacrifice and they start, like, dude, if they want to haul me off to jail, bro, that's on them. Like if it's in your heart that you're right, like you win, dude. You can't lose at that point. Like, and you're only helping them. So, like, dude, it's not a confrontational thing. It's like, it's just the truth, dude. The truth is the truth. Like, they don't know what the fuck they're doing, dude. They don't understand it. They act like they do. They don't. It doesn't make sense. So, fuck it, dude.
But like I said, dude, I don't see them any different as these doctors or these politicians. They're kind of just, they're part of the system. They're just working in different capacities. I view them all the same, really. I don't know. It's helped me, dude. O'Shea, dude, I used to want to fucking take these cops down, bro. I used to get insanely angry just walking by a cop. That's a me issue, dude. That's not a them issue. I can control my behavior. Anyway, I appreciate what you're doing. Look, all of us here, we all resonate with very similar understandings, all right? You call it truth or not. For whatever reason, we all have this similar ideas. And we can keep fighting with each other. It's fine. You know? It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. I'm going to keep showing up for better or for worse. You guys are all here, you know? It's just
Dude, I don't
weird.
look at it as a fight with them, dude. It's like they're fighting with, you know, some of the stuff Paul's saying, I guess, is starting to click in a little bit, dude. If I'm in tune with the flow, if I'm just in center with truth, and they're outside of it, they're just wrong, dude. Like, there's nothing to fight about. Like, you're just wrong. It's like the shit with Cynthia recently with her conversation with Paul. Like, she's just wrong. She's just wrong, dude. And it's the same exact scenario. That'd be like me arguing with Cynthia on the side of the road about this, what happened in the last few years, about how that, whether it's right or wrong. And that's the beauty of this winnowing process. It's just fucking wrong, dude. And the shit with the police and the shit with the traveling, it's just fucking wrong, dude. It's just wrong. Like, that's it. If you can't see it, if you can't understand it, that's on you, dude. That's with you and God to fucking handle, dude. I'm gonna do what's true and right, and that's it. Like, there's fucking, it's like, if you can't see what happened in the last few years that was just fucking wrong, then it couldn't be made any more simple. And that's how I'm starting to feel with this getting pulled over and dealing with these cops. Like, you're just fucking wrong. That's it. You're just fucking wrong. I can't really explain it. I don't understand what's going on. You act like you do. I don't think you do. You're just wrong. And I'm just gonna go with my heart and whatever the fuck you guys do. Don't they say that's the greatest thing is to be a martyr? Is if someone fucks with you for what you believe in your heart's true and right. So, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just ramping up, dude. It's becoming more. Feel like I'm learning more and more. But it is scary though, having 6 tickets and not being able to easily just leave the state, which could be easier, you know, if they put a bunch of warrants out. If you're not in another state, they're probably not going to drag you to another state over misdemeanor traffic shit, which has been happening to me across the country. So I've learned that, yeah, nothing really happens if you're not in that state anymore. So, which is interesting in itself. Oh, the way to beat the courts is just to go to another state. Well, that's weird. I just go to another state and that solves all of the court problems.
Eventually, you're just going to run out of states to go to. It's not, you know. Here's the other thing, O'Shea. The endeavor would probably be more successful if we all acted as if there was a group, right? If we had there's power in numbers where there'd be protocols. Well, what do you do when you get a ticket for this, these so-called traffic tickets or violations? I mean, they're really just violations of code. So here's the thing, dude. If we had a recourse through a group or a community, it would probably be better. But again, there's just more divide and conquer. I'm gonna let you go, Shay. Good stuff this morning. It was good to hear from you, dude. You're obviously fucking passionate. Any final thoughts, dude?
Nah, yeah, you kind of sound like, we got to get a group. We have more of us. Can't just sound. No, bro. Like, think about it, dude. If they start arresting me and shit and start and the more I get more comfortable just coming into my position, like, that's how you get more people. That's how you get a group, dude. You don't get a group to start acting a certain way. The group comes within the individual. You know what I mean? Like, from spreading. So that sounded some weak shit, dude. Oh, we got to get a group and then we could do something. No, bro. I may have misinterpreted that, but that's how it came across to me. So I know it's final words, and yeah, I appreciate you having me up, dude, and give me a chance to voice and whatever the fuck just happened. But I appreciate it, man.
Hey, we love you, Brian. We love you, man. Much love. And take it easy on that Karen B, dude. She's a tough cookie. You got to watch out with Karen. You don't want to get on her bad side. You might get murked. Yeah, I see you down there, Paul Enslaved. We all see Paul here. I would let Paul come up and just say the stuff he's saying in chat, but I don't know, Mr. Unslavious. I think I'm going to kind of hold out in these negotiations. He said he's been full of energy lately. We don't even know if it's Paul. Sometimes people come in as other people. No, it's Paul. It's actually him. I'm holding out on Slavius for the pay-per-view. I'm holding out for it. And no, it's not just because Z wants fiat. It's because we've gone beyond these panels. I don't know, guys. Bear Juice says, let him up, Z. Well, he hasn't indicated that he wants to come up. I don't know that Paul wants to come up here this morning and talk to me. He's shown no indication of that. Let's not assume things about anybody. Yeah. Hashtag Beyond Panels. Hey, if anybody wants to organize it. Nah, much love, guys. Much love. Come on, who here would pay to see that? The digital cage match. London Man says he'll ref it. I bet a lot of you guys would throw up some fiat, even if it's $5. $5 for the pay-per-view event. Jesus, even Angela Baby Carson's here this morning. I guess I just got to stream long enough and just people start showing up. Much love, Angela. Haven't seen you here in a while. Oh, what a funny life. Maybe I'll just sit up here and giggle for the next fucking hour. Either way, guys, I'm closing it down. I'll try to keep my show tight. We went overboard today. Yeah. Shively said I'll put up $5 for the Paul Enslaved Z cage match. Much love, Angela. Much love. It's good to see you. Remember, Angela, the old days when you used to be my #1 fan? Oh, how things change. So funny. That's right, Spirit Taco. Shekels, shekels everywhere. Let it rain shekels. Much love to everybody. Even you, Smith W. Maybe we'll have a better conversation next time. Or maybe we'll just scream at each other and over again. Some people seem to like that. All right, fuck you all. And much love at the same time. I'm out. I'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Hey, fuck, tomorrow's Friday. That means something to some of us and not much to others. Adios, everybody. Much love. Get out of here. Peace out.